drunk old man and no plan. Old American, with skin turned to leather, bitter and old and deeply disturbed, not knowing the YouTube world. Broke in America, the women don't want him. Couldn't find a woman who would whisper his name or clean or bring him a beer. But hurt bump kiss without a contract, a mortgage and a plan. So I flew across the ocean, a broken man, drunk old man with no plan, born all day with nothing real to say. Sinners not winners and their book of lies, but hey, he's got 2 housekeepers and plenty of beer. We ain't saints in paradise, we know the price of sin, but when the day is over, we let each other in. The 3 of them together beneath the pale moonlight, and we tell ourselves, darling, everything's alright. Sinners, not winners. Sinners, not winners. He defends his actions, says he's not hurt, still in love with Rose. But hey, you got a new housekeeper. Now he is the YouTube king, always right. He knows everything. Only thing right is they are sinners and not winners. And the world down below.
Good morning, Magandang Po. And look at George sitting here. He was sucking on his soup. Yeah, right?
No, okay, no, true stories.
He's having
actually she did make this wonderful I guess in Filipino terms it's called sopas, but it's not, because it's Heidi's version.
It's white beans and mixed vegetables, spinach.
But here's the thing,
Parmesan.
I'm not gonna lie. This is what is this?
Unsugared, non-sugar. It's just basically a Reese cup. That's just pure dark chocolate made from scratch.
When you bite it,
and it's peanut butter in its natural form with oatmeal, and that's all it is. Basically, it's just a nutrition bar.
Tastes exactly like a Reese's cup. No, not even exaggerating.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
All right, guys, we're going to let the room build up, and we want to make sure that our multi-guest of honors that are so hot to trot for me gets a front row seat when I say exactly what I got to say today.
Whoa, what?
It looks like we have multi-channels out there that have such love for me that I will be addressing the fact that I, as a disabled female expat here in the Philippines, has been threatened by another YouTube channel that if I say one more thing, that he's going to do whatever. And we're going to
stop the strain.
So we're going to play the clip of his little rant from people becoming dust and disappearing situation. Here's the good thing. George hasn't even heard it, because usually we don't pay mind. Like there's that John Expat that is so fascinated with us and blames us for the MYK and all of his problems with the trolls in the past. He's been fascinated with us. Now he wants to drag my family into it, dox us, and do all this extra stuff and talk about us like it's going to break us or something.
Okay, well, first off,
so we usually don't watch these until somebody during our last live said that there's somebody threatening us.
No,
I don't give a crap that you guys say that I'm fat or been in jail or have a past or any of that. That doesn't bother me. I told you guys where I draw the line is a threat, and where I draw the line is somebody who shows up and puts their hands on me in public or would like to be invited to come over for coffee. Because this old dusty man that's making these comments couldn't whip his way out of a wet paper bag, even if his beer bottle was wet. Okay. And I'm disabled and broke down, and I'm still going to open up a can of whoop ass.
Okay, first off.
And George hasn't heard this yet.
No, this is, I'm not.
Pablo said, call the police.
Okay, I get it. Heidi's my wife, but you have to remember, I usually looked at things in an unbiased view.
That's pretty much
and what I'm saying is be aware that it doesn't mean that when you're in a group of friends, that if, say, one of them, for example, stole the nation's secrets and all that, it doesn't make everybody a freaking spy. My point being is, okay, for example, Mike, MYK Mike. MYK Mike, I love you, man. Again, nothing against you. I'm just
Nope, still one of the best vloggers out there that told
again,
the
I'm
truth.
just making a point here. Point being is, if you have a beef with us, you don't attack Mike. That doesn't make sense. If you have a beef with Mike, you don't attack us. That doesn't make sense. We're all completely separate entities. Now, even to the extreme, and I'm talking about extreme, and I'm not trying not to, again, I'm not disassociating myself with my wife.
Oh,
but point being,
I stand on my own.
Point being, even in the U.S., even in the United States, if, for example, your wife, your wife, whoever you are, I'm talking about you, everybody watching this chat, this stream right now. If your wife does a crime, do you think the U.S. government will put you in bars? No. You know why? Because they're separate entities. My point being is, if you have a beef with Mike, go deal with him. If you have a beef with us, go deal with us.
Yeah, because see, here's the thing. The British guy has all of a sudden, that's all he does is rant.
He
He's
attacks
reaching
us,
out to family members.
we
He's
haven't done
claiming
shit
family
to him.
members. And so here's my deal. His big
What
mouth
the
the
fuck
other
is wrong with you,
day
bro?
said
Get a
that,
life.
oh, they're related to Mike, and Mike is
Okay.
this. It's like, that's your beef with him.
Even if me and Heidi are married to Mike, again, that doesn't mean we're one entity. Keyword
Correct.
entity.
Just because somebody appears on somebody's live stream doesn't mean that we're apart. Like recently someone sent a message, which was a troll, and made a statement that, oh, because Mike was on your channel, which by the way, MYK's channel has been gone for a year and people are still talking about him.
It's been actually more than a year.
Well, that's the crazy part. So the person said, Mike owns your channel. Mike is still directing your channel. No, hon, I would still run my mouth without Mike. With Mike, it's so his fascination and why he's disturbed and making shit up is, one, he's just a bored old dude out there too. And I'm talking about British Expat. And his problem also is, I guess these two are in cahoots. So Randy and him evidently have been talking and backing, and there's a whole story to this. Stick around, okay? So we usually don't address people like this until the threats come through, or they go reaching out to family, and then he'll run off and do more content. We don't care. He's been doing it for months. Our issue is the old dude, the expat guy, the British one, actually is mad because he came on our live stream and him and Mike got on in a fight. What was that, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago? And we still having the problem?
No, it's a different one. Yeah, no. What is up with this? The volume's way off.
Okay. So the deal is with the British expat is he got attacked by Mike, and honestly, George let him in.
Appreciate it.
George, remember when you let him in the room? That had nothing to do with, in other words, it was just the British expat. Look at the cat behind me, George. You see, just a minute ago, she's, hi, sweetie.
That's Curly, I believe.
That's Curly. That's Pigsy. We call her Pigsy because her tail's bobbed and stuff. See, one second, let me see. She'll go by. See her tail bobbed? So anyway, so it's a beef that went way back with Mike, and people started hating us because we backed up Regular Guy, we backed up Sunshine Shoulders and Geo and all them, and we've had other people on our channel, and because we won't allow certain people on our channel, then they freak out. Well, bite me on the whole thing. But when you go making threats that you're going to call this or you're going to do that, it's a whole different thing. Bring it, old man. Bring it, old man.
Wait. What threats?
He couldn't you. George hasn't heard him. So, but you'll listen to him talk about people disappearing out in the province and how Filipino men stick up for their women. Well, what the hell you think this is? That George is just a postage stamp or something? What, you just born? You're Canadian?
Yes.
So
yes. Yeah, just real quick, guys. Again, give us a
So
thumbs
we'll be
up.
dealing with this
You know, it
today
makes Heidi really
appropriately.
happy.
And I will be
It
talking
calms
about
her
your woman,
down,
your baby, and your
maybe.
life. Hold up.
Yeah.
You're a cheat. That's a fact. You called us a lie. That is not a fact. You degraded the channel and you went on about me and all this other crap. You're shacked up with your woman. That's a fact.
Yeah. And to
Okay.
to show your sense of support, I mean, go on a diet with me.
You gonna let me do these facts real quick? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to do our plug.
You could have done the plug before I got into this. I was
trying to, but somebody was like very hot and bothered over it. I'm just letting everybody knows.
You could have did the
Give us support, give us a thumbs up, share this
I'll
video.
be dealing with you appropriately.
Right. And again, that makes Heidi happy.
All of you.
Go on a diet with me.
Expat John, I'm talking to
you.
You ain't talking to nobody, you old crusty old man.
So to go on a diet
Shacked
with me,
up with your landlord.
if you go on the
You
tuna
ain't got
diet,
shit, you ain't gonna do shit, you ain't shit.
which is, again, if you
Fucking
go
go
on a
live
diet
in
with
Russia.
me, whoa.
For I
If
fucking
you go on
even
a
look
tuna
at
diet
you.
with me, that would help you out a lot. It's actually very effective. All you have to do is on a tuna diet, for those of you who are wondering, just go eat a can of tuna once a day and you're good to go. Now, this is the can of tuna I have.
Well, it kind of fits
for
in with
the
Randy's.
See, here's a can of tuna
Randy
for the
said
day.
we should do, I should be doing
So,
dieting stuff
there you
instead of gossip. And it's like, you do realize that both your channel, Krusty Brit and Randy, okay, is giving advice on how to run a YouTube channel and when to shut up and all these other things, and telling somebody to do diet stuff. It's like, yeah, it's kind of, you're kind of out there, man. We're the one
for your support.
We're the one with the YouTube manager. We're the one with a credible YouTube channel. And we started during the pandemic. We've been helping people and we've been covering expats like you, and you. And we're going to continue to do it. And no way in hell would I ever, ever apologize to Thornton's widow. Oh, she needs to apologize to Mark Thornton's wife, Jen, because of the stuff she said. She stressed her out. Jen stressed herself out, old man. She's the one that married a guy that's almost 40 years older than him, forced him into having a baby, and ran herself out of YouTube.
Whoa. Okay, I'm not going against you. What I'm saying is,
he said we should apologize for everything that we said to.
I get that, but what I'm saying is,
we didn't stress her out. She was under her own stress.
Correct.
She caused her own problems.
Correct.
All we did was cover what not to do.
Is
if you couldn't handle being made fun of, then you did the right thing getting out of the game.
I mean, I'm not talking about the baby and Jen. I'm talking about the channel. She should have left the channel alone. I'm talking about Mark Thornton's channel. Leave the channel alone. Kind of like the person that we're talking about right now. They should have left his channel alone. Although I don't know why he's up in arms about it. But point being is, they should leave the Expats channel. It's kind of like this. Okay, first off, we have physical evidence that this channel belongs to me. We have physical paperwork and filings and all that weird shit that this channel belongs to me.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
and he'll address you
if by
today
chance I pass away, Heidi should leave this channel alone.
Correct. I have no intention by myself.
That's what I'm getting
if he goes away for a few days because he's working on family, that's different. But if George passes away, I'm not going to continue the channel on my own.
So again, I'm not picking on any expat or anything else. Whoever is actually, the channel is the channel. It's one thing. You guys get my point. I mean, I'm not trying to be an a-hole about this.
Hey, Scott, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But you guys get my point. And again, we even said she should leave his channel alone. Point being is, we're actually on your side, guy. I don't know why all of a sudden. Here's the weird thing. We're actually on your side, and you're turned on us. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you.
This Randy?
Yeah.
Well, of course. Okay.
I wasn't trying to say his name.
Well, here's.
But point being is, we're actually on Randy's side.
I'm
but,
actually not on either. He's
but-
a cheater. She's a
but he
cheater. The
turned
baby
on-
was. I mean,
I
there's a
get
lot
that,
to say.
I get that, but he
Mr.
turned.
Danielson.
I get that. But he turned on us.
Mr. Danielson.
My point being is, guys, for our chat and the viewers, I'm saying right now, would you trust a guy that you're like, bro, this shouldn't have happened to you, bro, should be the way it is, and then all of a sudden he attacks you? Would you trust that guy? That's my point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You,
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot.
We're pro expat here, and then he said, well, you attacked my this Filipina and her son. First off, we didn't attack really neither.
Everything we said was
we
true.
really
The
said
truth hurts.
probably
The baby is a bastard.
It probably shouldn't have
I'll
happened.
repeat that. He, you know, unlike other
Okay.
bloggers that have said things about
Definition
me,
of a bastard or bastardo, as it were,
is a child
is
born,
a child
out,
born
of
out of
wedlock.
wedlock. And
Bingo.
any
But
law
he
in
took it
any
personal.
country will tell you, well, technically that's
And
correct.
I think it's a bad deal. She
Is that
cheated on you, and she had a
defamation? Is that
baby,
a
and that makes
derogatory
you.
statement? Yes, if it wasn't
And I
real.
don't have to like it.
But is it real? Odds are yes.
What he doesn't like is I'm calling him out, and I'm
Unless-
speaking truth.
Unless
I don't
the-
have to like you.
unless the baby was actually born out of the original father, which his name is, which I'm not going to disclose. We know who she's married to.
Yeah, she's married. Rose is married to some 84-year-old dude, so it looks like she's been hitting the old wood for a long time. No wonder she couldn't have
Correct.
a baby.
What I'm saying is, unless that
84.
child is born out of this guy's seed, technically,
Still a bastard. And you had a baby, and
literally,
they're
that is the
justifying.
definition. Go look at go grab a Webster's. Heck, grab your freaking smartphone. You have one of those, I'm sure.
he's justifying every move that
And
Rose made,
again, I'm
even
not-
as a cheater.
I'm
So she
really-
needed a baby.
Yeah.
And so the whole deal is they have something going on in their life. And if everything was fine, why are you bringing your new woman on? Your housekeepers. Basically, you have two housekeepers. She bragged about this, and that. And if you had a good housekeeper and Rose and everything else, why the hell was your little den of sin actually dirty with green mold
Den
everywhere?
of sin. Now, you have to
I
remember.
mean, now you got two housekeepers.
Heidi is actually
Way to go.
okay. I get Heidi's more what's the word? More
Venomous
liberal
and straight about
liberal
it.
with her words. But what I'm saying is, even when she says things like "den of sin," which she
It's the
said
truth.
this before. Correct.
He said I
It's-
dance around
like,
things.
wait,
No, that's
Den
the
of
truth.
sin. What does that mean? It means if I screw somebody out of wedlock, that's a sin according to my religion or most religions, even in Muslim religions. If you screw somebody out of your
It's still wrong.
religion, correct, it's sin. My point being is, what
They're on Peachback Mountain.
whatever
and
what
Snakeback
Heidi's
Mountain.
saying, even I have a hard time arguing with it, or rather not argue with it, because guess what?
What do you think of Rose as far as his deal with her? He's still in love with her. Why? 5 weeks later,
Thank
Mr.
you. Now,
Danielson.
Rose.
Mr.
Okay.
Danielson from
I'm
Minnesota.
not attacking Rose,
Why?
nor this is weird.
Why?
This is like
You're still in love with Rose.
this is like weird Aikido. Like, it's like Aikido where you block the attack and then you punch yourself in the face. Wait, you guys are talking about Rose.
Maybe we
But
should.
guess what?
Maybe we
We
should.
are, but we're not. It's kind of like,
Well, let's take people back that haven't seen this. We're about 19 minutes into this. Basically, 5 weeks ago, we covered a couple because they've been lying to their subscribers. He said that we called them scammers, which they are. When you tell people you're married and when you tell them that you personally have a baby on its way and you continue to collect money that you're building a school and you do all these things, which is charitable. Okay, I get it. Not going to discount that. Didn't discount it the last night. And then you go on and keep lying up to the point where she's off having the baby and living somewhere else to have the baby. And you're still telling people you're together when you're not,
Correct.
and she's
So
living in a separate
that's-
house. You've been
so
collecting
you're
money.
calling-
Our subscribers
you're
were
calling
giving
us
you
a
money.
liar where you're actually physically, obviously decepting your own viewers.
And then he's
we don't
living
deceive our
on
viewers.
property.
I'm telling you right now, we don't.
He transfers his money here. He builds. She already had something built allegedly, like all the property was hers, but he transfers a crap load of money. We know about your past too. You guys think you know our past? Big fucking deal.
Oh,
we know what's going on with you.
Hold
So
up. Everybody knows our past, except for the lies, because a lot of people tend to lie.
So here's the deal, is that on top of that, not only did they deceive people, then they went in front of people and brought their own drama. Do you know why this drama started? After we covered them, because they were looking for content, so they
Correct.
put their own bullshit out there, and then the whole goddamn time they kept saying, you know, like she put stuff out, and then Randy did. He went off on vacation with this new girlfriend that he's brought back to live with him in Snake Peachback Mountain, to live with all three of them. Oh, these guys get along beautifully. He's bragging in his last video, well, besides what he said about us, the previous,
together.
He's now said she would never be in his YouTube video, and then he's grinding up against her as she's cleaning his refrigerator, and he's pinching on her butt, all up against her, talking shit, talking about she's a good little housekeeper. But before he started all of that, okay, mind you, I want to let you know that he admitted that he's sending about 4,000 pesos a month to a broke family, and behold, you bought yourself a woman, just like you bought the first one.
Your words, not ours. We're not making
We have only
up.
repeated.
Video.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that come out of our mouths are stuff that you guys came up with.
Correct. And then we realized,
you have the audacity to attack us, where you should actually attack yourself. Go look in a freaking mirror.
It's part of the
YouTube.
Go
look on YouTube of your own YouTube. This is stuff that you said, not us.
Wait till you hear. He hasn't even heard your shit. I have.
You ever heard of a parrot?
He hasn't even
We're
heard
just
you
parroting what you guys said. You know.
Oh, of course. You know, it's a group conversation, and this is YouTube, so we get it. Call me overweight.
Internet
call me disabled. Call me a silver-tongued devil. That's fine. Bring up my criminal past. Bring up my family's past. Bring up whatever you got. You ain't got shit. Okay, you and the dumbass Brit ain't got nothing but doing content. So we will continue to do our content, and I will go back to the US or go over to Thailand before I have the likes of you tell me that, oh, say one more thing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Email me and I'll give you my address, and we'll meet up, or we'll go over here to the coffee shop, and I guarantee you ain't gonna come.
No, he's not gonna show up.
You ain't never gonna show up.
Thanks so much, Scott and Isis World. Thank you so
You've
much
been
for
waiting. This dude waited 5 weeks for a comeback. It's like high school, man. It's like you waited 5 weeks for a comeback.
That's not high school. I mean,
kids,
nobody in high school makes a comeback
after 5 weeks. Well, he's old. I mean, maybe that's what it is. But either way, stir in your own juices, because George hasn't even heard the shit that you said in your video. I have. And we had one of our moderators contact and say, yeah, he was making threats. And so you ain't going to do stuff. We're going to play what he said, because I was like, oh, I can write down what he said. But I said, no, let George.
No, this is actually not necessarily his voice, but you have to remember that. Is this sped up, right?
Yeah, I mean, but still, it's still what he said, because we're not.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, be aware that the stuttering and stuff, all that kind of weird stuff, we didn't come up with. That's what I was
That's him. So, okay. So, George is going to listen to what he said, okay, like word for word. The first 7 minutes, it seems to be that he's beating around the bush of calling people that are attacking him that they're bashers and haters, but it is still directed towards us.
And just real quick, I'm not picking on anybody with the stutter, because I do stutter. Depending on the situation.
I don't think he's stuttering. It's just the way he does that.
Right.
So.
What I'm saying is we didn't put that in there, but what I'm saying is I do stutter on certain occasions. If you guys pay attention. But anyway, point being is we didn't throw that in.
And we'll get back to you, Bobby, because Bobby says, yeah, there. He said, I made friends with Randy's ex-girlfriend from Manila, and she told me all kinds of crap. Even got pictures from Rose's first foreigner husband, and we did too. We know for a fact that he is, 10, 15 years older than Randy. So she married an old guy. No wonder she didn't have a kid. Or is one of those kids running around hers?
Or
Who
you
knows?
change your name.
So who actually knows? Hold on. Hello. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bob.
Is she here?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it paid for?
I don't know. There's always something in the mail.
Okay.
So 1 second, guys. Maybe George can get some coffee at that point. So no, we know that he's older, and there have been people from that area that have reached out to us too. So there's an insider now that's like, yeah, it sounded like a threat to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's something I take a little bit more serious. When it comes down to, you know, name calling or hating because we said something, that's to be expected.
Street cat. 175.
Oh. And so that's not my problem. I mean, you think somebody calling me big and going on a diet and a criminal and all that is like something?
It's ingredients.
Yeah, just that's a. It is no. We're not going to lose sleep on that bullshit. But when you say, "Oh, you better this and you better that, or else, or you're really gonna whatever, dude." You were actually talking about feminism, and every chance you get, you talk. One time, this Randy guy actually made a statement: as soon as women got jobs in America, they just wouldn't do anything. I'm like, wow, you actually went that far back. You actually went that far back. And so he is an actual character. But yes, we know that they've got issues too. And evidently he's still in love with Rose. Let me repeat that. He's really evidently in love with Rose. And I you know, so anyways, it's where it's at, and George will react to the video. I'll go through some of the comments. If you can unplug the coffee maker, please, unless it already is, but pour some coffee. It's already got cream and sugar ready for you. There are many expats building houses and lands for Filipinas. They are built different. We are not the same. Yeah. And that is another thing, is that some of these guys aren't even with these girls that long, and they're sending large amounts of money, and they're building houses, and
I see.
yeah.
Oh, you want yours too?
Yeah, go ahead. I've told the whole world every expat is a degenerate here. Yep. And in no other country would they do this, but we are desperate. Well, here's the thing. I appreciated Sunshine's video this morning because he told like what we've been saying forever. Just because your ass goes to another country doesn't change that you're broke down, that you're disabled, that you're crazy, and that you're having problems. You're expecting some change and a miracle when you guys arrive here. And that is most of the men. Okay. I mean, a lot of the guys aren't even married when they arrived here. There are people planning, like me and George, we knew we were going to retire outside of the country. We just did it sooner than later. Okay. We moved as a couple, and we've been married for a while. So the whole deal is these guys are coming here and then finding a woman, or they can't deal in the US, probably like Randy here. And he can't handle, nor would an American woman probably.
Have a little sip or something.
Oh, the Real Boss. There it is. So yeah, so George brought me. I thought you were going to do the Real Boss mug.
Oh, I don't know. I just grabbed whatever. But okay, now keep in mind.
Randy probably could. I mean, Randy probably couldn't cut it. There's no way he would land either of those women, regardless, in the United States, on some savings in that. I'm sorry, it's not his personality or his meat packing skills that brought in a woman. And secondly, he can't handle somebody that's strong-willed. Forget that I'm big. How many times did he say, my God, she's big? And what, bitch? Wasn't always big like this. And what it is you don't want somebody that's going to tell you what the hell to do, like stop drinking in the middle of the day, you idiot.
Okay, well.
And I sure the hell wouldn't clean up your shit. So therefore, because I have a strong personality and I'm calling your shit out, you're all pissy right now. You're all goddamn pissy, and all you can do is threaten a woman that can, I mean, a disabled woman. What kind of shit is that, knowing my medical conditions? Doesn't matter my past, my history.
Hey, look at your kid.
Oh, they're inside the bag. The kids are playing in
Okay,
the bag.
so I actually brought one of
Kissy.
Heidi's presents. It's not her birthday yet, but I brought one of them anyway, or rather, I took it out of hiding. I guess is the word for it, because I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't you play the video first? And I'll show
Britt,
you
John,
that.
and Randy could not handle
And
a
I'll
real
show the
woman
present,
like
but-
Heidi in any manner. And the British expats just pissed about MYK.
Whoa,
That is the truth. What?
that's a glitch.
Oh, did it put chosen one above it?
Yes, but it doesn't show in that one.
Huh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
a chosen one.
Oh, no, it did. No, see, there it is. You're delayed. There's a delay. Remember, there's a 20-second delay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lag. So, no, and that's the truth. So somebody's mad at MYK, and this old dude's mad because he's still in love with Rose, and someone spoke the truth. You guys are living in sin.
Now Heidi brought it up a couple times or three
And
times,
your
or four
housekeepers.
times.
At least you have 2 housekeepers.
Which again, Randy, I'm not gonna pick at you, but I'm just letting you know. I probably wouldn't show this to your current partner to get this video, because I'm gonna be honest with you. It shows that you are still in love.
In love with her.
Rose.
Well,
And
here's
you don't have to say, "Oh, I
Right,
never said
going
this.
off.
I never." You don't have to. Your
you can
actions,
evidently.
your
He
defensiveness.
says he's defending the baby, and that it was me saying something about the
Mhm.
baby. But
Okay.
your butt hurt. This
I would
whole
buy
video.
that if it was his baby, but it's not. That means you're not really defending the baby. You're defending the baby's mom.
That's basically what he is. He's butt hurt about the whole
And again,
thing.
I'm not. This has nothing to do with whether or not me or Heidi or whatever. If somebody shows me these videos and I have no clue who this guy is, I'll be like, "Oh man, he's still."
No, the whole world knows he still is.
Girl.
I just think it's
you guys get my-
weird that they're all
you
living
feel
up
me?
there.
What I'm saying, well, again, I'm being objective here. That this is, you can't change alter the fact that you're still in love with Rose and you're still hit her white knight, which is
And now
fine.
you're dragging
Which
this
is
new
fine.
girl in.
You're welcome to do that, but be aware that that's where you're at. And anybody with 2 eyes and a brain will be like, "Damn, he's still in love with her."
Okay, well, let's get on with this, so you guys, those that haven't heard it, some of you have. Let's start with this so George can hear him.
I don't worry about the bastards. It basically goes in one ear and out the other with me. But when Rose and I did that video, explaining about Alexander and our relationship, it was there were a lot of brutal attacks, especially against Rose. And this is like, well, Filipinos don't understand the what they call that, the nuances or whatever that are involved in the English language, because English is their second or third language, so they don't understand the nuances that are involved in the English language.
So basically, he's trying to say that she doesn't understand the comments that are coming through, and she's been doing YouTube for about 2 years now, and that she seems to speak English just fine.
I don't know
Or
her.
the rudeness.
I don't know her personally. I really don't. But I did say this in our own videos or our own lives. I said Filipinos don't understand nuances in the English language.
You're talking about what they mean if they say that you're running up a mountain
Oh,
and
no,
into a lake.
They wouldn't know what the frick you're
I
talking
think
about.
with the internet, I think the honest truth is these Filipinos just play dumb. I think a lot of them know more than they do.
Does that happen?
And
Yes.
I've watched
And-
her.
and
I think
that's-
she's smart, and that is a
That's what I
compliment.
said. I don't know her.
I
But
watched some of her videos. I don't
also-
think she does these live streams. There's, she's a good singer, and I've watched her, and she does
Well,
seem to know what she's so. But I'm, But anyways, let this.
A lot of you guys were. It's just like, can you get your point across without being so damn derogatory, and using slang? YouTube actually flags a lot of those comments, right, and holds them for review. And I can't even, I see them and I read them, and I can't even release them to be posted because YouTube won't let it happen. So the
Yeah, so basically he's saying that there were so many bad comments, or if he cusses in his videos, YouTube is holding them. But honestly, YouTube does hold some, and then some others are actually blocked. But he's just saying there were so many bad comments, but somehow this is mostly directed at us, because then here in a few minutes he'll direct it only at us. And it's funny because a lot of people said shit. They're just taking it out on the American woman, okay? American disabled woman. You know, you're in the YouTube game, both of you. And she officially announced that I'm going out of this channel and he can have his channel back. He said he wasn't going to do the channel no more. Now he's back, probably because of us. And then he comes forward and he said, she's the new woman is not going to be in his videos. Now he's back in the videos. Now she's in the videos. So everything, he can't even keep his shit straight.
it's amazing that the wording that people use for things that they don't agree with. They called Rose every name in the book, and they came after me as well. What can I say?
It's exaggerated.
You keyboard warriors that have to use language like that to get your point across. It's disgusting, and I'll tell you this. I would highly recommend that if you've got that kind of attitude, that you never come to the Philippines, and I dare any of you to come to the Philippines and talk to a Filipino that way, right, to their face, and have a Filipino guy around. If you're in the cities and you do that, I hope that your health insurance is paid up for sure, no doubt about it, because you're in for a bit of trouble. They do not take kindly to you bashing their women. It doesn't go over. And if you would happen to come into the provinces and talk to a woman like that, and there's a Filipino guys overhearing you and understanding what you're saying, I would hope that your life insurance is actually paid up. Because trust me, they will not do that. So if you guys, you keyboard warriors, about, oh, she's a S, she's a hoe.
I don't know what the bump was. I think there's a delay.
Isn't it done?
No, for some reason there was something that got muted.
Or
I don't know why there was a delay. There was something that muted out on his side for a minute. So there he is saying that you won't dare talk about somebody's woman to add to a Filipino. So what you doing now? George is a Filipino, born and raised. So you're going to sit there and make slide threats that if you talk about somebody, that you're going to disappear in the Philippines and you better get your insurance. Who are you threatening?
Right.
Those that had left comments, those
like
that said something.
Double standard, correct?
Right. So you think because George stays quiet that he doesn't stand up to me? What a joke. Our friends know it's the opposite. George is a strong guy.
That's what I was getting at. Be aware that the fact that I'm still here sitting next to Heidi, it tells you the kind of person I am. You have to be really extremely smart and resilient to put up with Heidi, if that makes any sense. And I'm not being derogatory.
No,
what I'm saying
true.
is, it takes a strong personality.
Correct. Not a weak old man that can pay 4,000 pesos.
None of you
weak is paying $4,000 for your woman.
Heidi can deal with Heidi within a day. Put it that way. And I'm not I'm not glazing myself by any means. I'm just telling you facts.
And it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It just means that
this gentleman that talks bad about Heidi will not last a day with Heidi. That's what I'm getting.
Or an American woman or a European woman.
It takes a lot to. You have to be of the same level, the same caliber to be with somebody. You
Strong,
for example,
strong-willed.
Dirty Harry. Just example. I know
Yeah.
I know he's a fictional character. To be Dirty Harry's partner, you'll be lucky if John Wick makes it. If that makes any sense.
Correct.
What I'm saying is, Dirty Harry will look at John Wick like, yeah, I guess you're okay. You get my point? But if he looks at Jackie Chan in you know, or Bruce Willis in Die Hard, you'd be like, oh hell no, you're not my caliber.
Well,
Point being is, you have to be the same caliber, you know, in order to hang with the big boys.
all
so to
right. So
speak.
do you feel that he's taking on these meek women that are of weak caliber
Okay, now
to control him?
that's
Like he pays $4,000 a month to
again. I don't know.
4,000 pesos
I don't know
to
this-
her family already out in the province.
Right. No. I personally don't know Randy, and I personally don't know these women. Okay. However, the math is now. This is somewhat unrelated. When Heidi was talking about certain things about going on in the government, I did say the last word I had in our conversation was follow the money.
Hmm.
And this rule will go a long way if you think about this on anything, aka whether you buy Starbucks, buy KFC, deal with business, buy a business, watch the government's behavior or your friend's behavior, follow the money. And what I'm getting at is, where does the money go, Heidi?
Yeah. You talking about to her family out in the province?
Correct. So now, for those of you, again, when you follow the money, again, I'm talking facts. I'm not even talking about this guy.
Sir, all
My
facts.
point is,
I'm
if
not
you
ready to tell you
follow
that.
the money, then the next question is, why is this money going there?
Yeah, he's already. Here's the thing, is that I think about in that video where he's basically grinding up against the girl that's cleaning his refrigerator. I would tell him to clean up his own mess. Ain't nobody going to be, the man's fully retired too. I have other shit to do. I got a baby to take care of. I got cooking to do. You should be sharing stuff. Instead, he's got that girl going around cleaning his nasty area. How do you grow that much mold? He blamed the oil for all that mold on his countertop.
The next
But
one,
the whole point is if you walked up to me when I'm cleaning the refrigerator and you got me cleaning that all up, and then you're trying to put me on YouTube, touching my butt and coddling me and talking about, oh, look at her firm arms and all this other crap or whatever you're talking about, it's not going to happen with the average Western
so the
woman.
next question would be, again, this is
So
a
I
threefold
feel you
question.
are.
Again, first off is, where's the money going? Why is the money going there? And then the next question is, why is the money still going there?
It's probably why she feels she has to clean.
So, well, that's on that side. I'm not talking, but the question is on his side. Point being is, you guys have to ask these three questions about what's going on whenever you question something, whether it's government, a business, or anything. Follow the money. Why is it going there, and why is it still going there? Like right now, why is it still going there?
Yeah.
There's got to be reasons, and if the reasons aren't there, then there's obviously something wrong.
And also, I want to start taking a poll. According to him, his channel is the best, and our channel was boring and confusing, and he couldn't follow us at all.
Oh, right, and be aware that,
What?
and again, one, we're not
Nobody asked your opinion, old
we're
dude.
not a thirst trap channel.
Thirst trap.
Well, we could be. I mean, I guess could be a thirst trap, but what I'm saying
You're
is,
my thirst trap.
we're not a thirst trap channel. Most of the ones that we have 100 views are our music videos, which again, nobody cares about our music, which is fine. I get it. We only make the music for our intros to entertain you while we're waiting for the.
Yeah,
for
he'll talk about that later, because
for
I
the-
told
for the
George he
people to
degraded
build,
the channel
You know what I'm
and
saying?
talked
And
about our
then-
numbers on top
So,
of it.
and then you degrade our channel. Well, guess what? One, I know for a fact our numbers are real. They're not bought.
Nope, because there's
Second-
no way that you got
Second,
what,
we
12,
do
13,000 and you're
have a
getting
YouTube
25,000
manager, which
views. Your
No-
channel's paid
most-
for, sir.
I don't know anybody other than Mel Jean in our circle who has a YouTube manager. I mean, Filipino P, if you're watching, sorry, but I don't even think you do have one. If you do,
She
I
might.
apologize, but you could. But point being is, I've never heard you say it. But we do have a YouTube manager,
And we need that 5%. The highest channel views especially in the YouTube world right now would be 10%.
we're in the sweet ratio, and you have to
10%
remember that
is
ratio
what
is
the ratio
real,
is.
and that's
5
what
to
YouTube looks
10%.
at. These are real numbers. None of them are bought,
And
regardless of what the
anything
trolls
above
say.
1,000 in
Never
a
believe a
live
troll.
stream indicates that you did okay. So we're on track, and you think we need your permission?
And again, we're certified. We're a certified channel. We're not even making this up. We're not making this up.
Okay.
We're a certified channel.
Oh, slow your roll, because I got more for you, because this man just continues. So let me.
Oh, again, remember, now that I'm listening to this, it sounds more ridiculous now. And I mean,
he hasn't even started.
No. I'm talking about, again, we did not add these.
Because just like.
What I'm saying is, we did not add these pauses. We did not add any of these. This is actually him.
Yeah. So
we're not the that. Again, I'm not making fun of anybody, because I do the same thing.
Since I've been in the country,
but
people have positioned George as super meek and being controlled, which is the opposite. He's just where he maintains a certain level because he's Filipino, and he's just doing the respect. Me, I'm gonna say what I got to say. And secondly, lately 5 or 6 channels have been going on and on and on about me being fat and being a criminal and all these things, like they're just ripping us down. And it's like, you guys, I mean, the opinions out there that we're finding in different places is you're so obsessed with me that it's like you're in love with me.
Well, and you have to remember that he's threatening a disabled female expat. Not even. I'm like, bro, first off, you're picking on a woman, which, again, even
if I am big and I'm 3-4 times your size, and
and then you're picking on, a disabled
it's just
one.
a bad look all the way around.
We have a freaking wheelchair. I mean, I'm just saying. There's actually videos of me pushing Heidi in a wheelchair. Like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Even if it's just a man on a woman, the fact that he
would
make
a
different,
threat?
People disappear in
Why'd
the province,
you threaten my
and
wife?
people
I'm like,
are
dude,
dust.
what is wrong with you? You know how low you are? I mean, think about how low you are.
To threaten a woman expat because you feel me calling a baby a bastard and you guys living in sin was picking on the baby. That's you making it up because you're insane.
Correct.
Because you got personal problems.
The last expat that claimed that Heidi's gonna beat up somebody, I'm like, I even talked to the lawyer. Like, you do realize that she needs a wheelchair, right?
And it's like, well, that wasn't even what happened. It was a misunderstanding of words, and I apologize on that one.
It's a verbal misunderstanding on their part, but again,
it means there's
they
something
decided to call my cousin lawyer. But anyway, point being is
the thing is it's something deep inside of those that have said something about me. They're like, oh, she needs to curb her tongue and she better watch it. And this is from multiple channels. And what? You guys aren't going to. You're not going to do nothing. You just want to talk to bring yourself numbers or because you're bored. How come this old man took 5 weeks to come back? And I had to think about it. I'm like, he's doing this because he was with the girl out in Behold. And then I thought, no, he just admitted in this, which you'll hear. He said that he watched it when it was live.
Yeah.
So he's known, and then you're going to wait for a 5-week comeback and then talk about, oh, you better this. But anyways,
and just real quick.
Yeah, because I want to bring this up before we go.
For the person that did hire that lawyer, just so you know, again, remember, this lawyer doesn't know that I'm his cousin.
Maybe we should,
because I haven't been here in a while. But I'm just letting you know that his dad, who's a big lawyer, that's obviously he's the one who started the firm. My uncle is his mentor.
Good morning.
That tells you how deep this shit is. Now, again, I'm telling you, he doesn't know me because I haven't been in the Philippines.
Correct.
And I didn't know him either until recently. I'm like, oh shit, we're related,
Yeah.
And these are big people. But anyway, point being is...
And that's kind of odd you would say that. Robert asked, does that song have anything to do with John? No. Why would that song have anything to do with an old dude and 2 housekeepers?
The cats broke the back.
Yeah, that's okay. You can get another one. But why would that have anything to do with him? He would like to think that what it is the man's in love with me. He went on from everything from A to Z, and the more names he calls me, the more I know he loves me. And we
Wait,
just
you're
sit
talking
around
about
and
John?
laugh. Yeah, he thought that country song in the beginning was about Expat John. This person's making it about Expat. You know, we're talking about the British expat.
No,
He's saying it's like the song said.
it could be Expat John.
Does he have 2 housekeepers? I heard he said he was with his landlord. I thought, but I didn't hear nothing else. Okay, so let's play and let George, because we're not even into the nitty gritty yet.
She's this, she's that. Yeah, no, yeah. Go ahead, come over here and try that, and see how you leave. You won't be in the same condition as you were when you came. So you're best off to sit over there behind your computer or behind your cell phone and just keep punching your little keys in there. You know, so yeah, just a word of advice for you. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. Yeah,
This video was
it hurts the women when you're,
warrior.
that damn derogatory about, all the situations in life. But I can definitely tell the guys, comments from guys that are jealous versus comments from guys that
I'm
have been
jealous.
hurt by a woman before. In the U.S., they've taken them for half of what they have and cheated on them or whatever. If anything, I can tell the difference. So it's like, just a warning to you to maybe not be doing that kind of a thing.
A
Don't come
warning
over to the Philippines
them
and do that.
or us.
You will not be happy. You have to kick the hack and relax. If you don't have something good to say, perhaps you just shut your mouth and keep it to yourself. You even steal that
Tough
shit
man.
in America, right? And even there, if you were talking to a woman like that, and guys were overhearing that doesn't, I think some of them would step in and say, no good. But over here, they have.
Yeah, he's standing up for Rose. He'll come later when he's attacking me here in about 5 minutes, and then he'll say it's strictly about the baby and stressing his breastfeeding woman out. The same one that karaoke's and does her own live stream still. She can do that, but we're still stressing her out when the video was 5 weeks ago. And talk about obsession. And now he's going to go on that anybody would stand up for their woman. Yeah, you're probably right, but you don't think that mine won't just because I'm 3 times his size? Of course. So you just, the reason why you out there in the YouTube world is not really coming down on George is because you're also worried that he's a Filipino and that what you say might come back, or you're just not man enough to say something. Instead, you coddle around it that, oh, George is up her skirt and George is this and he's afraid of her and I don't know why he stays with her. And it's like,
that's another thing. Be aware that, okay, again, I'm not glazing myself, first off. I'm not your typical Filipino. What I'm getting at is, some of you probably look at me and be like, oh, this George guy, yeah, he knows this, he knows that. If I get a Filipino, then that means I'm good. No. Be aware, I'm not your typical Filipino. What I'm saying is, like, for example, do I know where to get, Breaking Bad stuff? Yes. Most typical Filipinos don't. Do I know where to get this grass stuff? Yes. Most typical Filipinos don't. Now, to clarify, I don't do any of this stuff. Point being is, I'm actually well versed in street smarts and actual book smarts. And what I'm saying is, there's a lot of stuff that I do know that you can and cannot do in the Philippines. So do not assume because you're with a Filipino, they're going to steer you the same way. Now, for example, me and Heidi do clash because I say,
he's strong.
Hey, you can't do this because they were in the Philippines, that kind of deal. And then, well, I'm going to be honest with you. Most expats will not accept this because according in most expats in their head, whatever's in the U.S. applies in the Philippines. And this is not just coming from me. A lot of Filipinos will agree with me. Like, yeah, most of them think it's the same thing. It's not. So, point being is same thing with this guy. I'm not picking on him. He did say, "Oh, it's who you know." Well, yeah, but it doesn't work that way because you know what? I know a lot of high-powered people too, personally. That again, but guess what? That's not how it works. It doesn't mean that I know, for example, I can't name any names, but it doesn't mean, let's say I know, for example, Jason Statham, that's a real assassin, aka I'm just saying. I'm just making things up, obviously.
Yeah, I don't
Let's say Jason Statham is a real assassin, and if I know him, I'll be like,
Hey,
bro,
Bobby, can you
bro,
send that to the messenger?
take care of this, okay? And if you're in the Philippines, you'll probably say, it's not what you think. You know, I can't do that. Point being is that's not how it works. I know you're an expat and you think, oh, I have money, I can make things happen. Incorrect.
And make your phone calls, mister.
Yeah.
You know, George hasn't
Put it
heard
this
this
way.
part where he's talking about
Put it
it's
this
not
way.
what you know, it's who
Even
you know. And it's
Epstein
like,
got caught.
make y'all move, old dude.
Well, point being is even Epstein got caught and he's got shit ton of money. My point being is, don't think that you're in the Philippines that if you have money you're good. No, that's not how it works.
Or that you know. So, anyways, let's play. Bobby, yeah, send that to me. You said you posted it on our Facebook, but I didn't see it on Messenger or on either of the things. But okay, we got to get to the nitty gritty.
What should we say? Perspective, what they call free speech. Yeah, you're free to speak whatever you want, and they're free to do whatever they want. It's like, okay,
See?
that's how you look at it. Here's how I look at it. And
Yeah, so you're free to say what you want, but they're also free to do what they want. Incorrect. Sorry, you make it like everybody's a thug here in the Philippines and that her family out there is just going to do somebody in because they called the kid what he is. Newsflash, her family's not exactly, or the in-laws aren't exactly on all your sides up there.
And regardless of, okay, guys, it doesn't matter even if you're in the U.S.
Yeah, I mean,
Free
you could be a thug anywhere.
Free speech isn't free.
Huh.
And I understand that threats are not taken lightly. What I'm saying is, you actually made a threat in public on video on YouTube.
And you're in the YouTube game. You should have just laid down and left this
what I'm
alone 5
saying
weeks
is,
ago.
Regardless of who you are, what you are, in the court of law, that is still a threat. I mean, I don't even need a lawyer for that. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Just saying.
Either way, so that's why he's threatening me individually. Because I want to mention this. You did say some stuff in there. He took the sweet stuff you said, and that we did 2 videos on this. And he spoke the truth about you guys too and laughed. But all you can do is threaten me, a mano. I still slap the shit out of you, man. What you talking about? Talk about if I say another thing. You're damn right. I already am, and I'm out with it. So in what? And you ain't going to do nothing. You're in the YouTube game. You have now brought your new housekeeper on your YouTube channel, feeling her up in front of people, doing the simp shit just like you did when your wife or girlfriend or whatever the hell she is, was pregnant, and you put her up with simping videos, and whether you set her up to do that or whether she did it and whatever, and now you say you're back because you own the channel. You only did that because of us, because we said something about who owned the channel, and now you're criticizing our channel that we don't know shit about ownership and who does what, and we don't know this and all that because you ain't got nothing.
It's just funny coming from us, a certified channel.
And
anyway,
been doing it for almost 5 years,
right,
and it's like you're in it 2 years, and
and we don't, do some
numbers cannot be right. We already had the manager look at your channel.
Right.
How about
point
that?
Being is
that there's no way your numbers are real. She said.
Regardless of who you are, what you are, whether you have a YouTube channel or not, what I'm saying is,
I hope he's stewing in his juices with his morning beer.
If you have a partner, and again, most of the things that I do say, pay attention.
I have something else.
Most of the things I say does not apply to anybody in particular. What I'm saying is, these actually apply as a general rule. And if you go against these rules, I didn't make these rules, then there's something wrong. For instance, if, I'm in public with, it doesn't matter whether it's Heidi or Michaela or whatever. Point being is, I can be with this slim chick, I can be with this big chick, I can be with this, whatever color they are, whatever. Point being is, if I fill them up in public, then that means I don't respect them.
That's like tasteless to put your women
if
on
I
there
don't
like
respect
that. So tasteless.
Anybody who sees me will look at that girl and they'll be like, whoa, She's probably an SLUT. Again, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is you're putting that precedence on everybody else.
I mean, what
And
woman?
you put that on a YouTube channel, and therefore everybody else who sees this, like, man, she's letting him, like, whoa,
Right. It
you
gives
know?
them other ideals that
Correct.
it's okay.
It's not
and
okay.
It's not okay. That's why you wouldn't be
and-
doing that shit. Even
Right.
if I wasn't always
Would I
this
do
big.
that with any girl? Period. It doesn't
Big
matter.
or small, I
I've
would have
dated
had that
big,
shit.
small, whatever girl there is. I have never done that in public for anybody because I respect them. So what I'm saying is, if you do this to them,
He felled her up
that
twice
correct.
in front of
That
people.
gives the
it was
wrong
weird.
idea of other people, because other people will say, "Oh my gosh, she's
And then to go on about how he sends money out to her poor family and that her family's poor and her house is trash.
Problem.
He was going on about how poor. But I want to get another thing straight with Mr. Expat British John and this new Mr. Man. If anybody has any questions about my past or any of this is in question, just ask me. Ain't nothing being hidden. And Mr. John, you talking to my sister or who you feel is my sister. You do know she's in a mental institution, right? On a cell phone and tablet typing these things. So what I'm saying is, you getting credible information from my family. You think everybody's one big happy family? Good luck on that, okay? Because you've been reaching out to family members or vice versa or whatever the hell is going on. You realize that's your credible source to say about me being in prison and jail in my past, and that I should shut my mouth and all of that stuff. You ain't got nothing. What I had to say a few years ago, because somebody comes on talking about abuse and stuff, and because I was abused by a man a few years ago, you took my weakness as some sort of extra weakness. You got the right one, okay? You're talking to a girl in an insane asylum. So good for you that you're getting your information and you're using, right, you're getting stuff from an ex or from a family member and all that. Bitches, just ask me. Talking about, I mean, the bitch is talking about my wigs, that I wear wigs, and then he said I didn't have no hair at one point. I'm like, where'd that come from? I use like my natural hair.
As a general rule, don't take your information on
what the hell? Just ask, bitches.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Because
never
there's been
take your information on family members.
There's been a few troll channels that have been around.
Or your partner.
In the comments out there, oh, you do know she was in jail, or you do know that she did this, or she was a drug addict and all that. No, you guys got your story all wrong. Because Expat John even made the comment, or what's his name? Oh, sorry, it was Randy. Randy made the comment, oh, well, that explained because she was on drugs. No, I was not a drug addict. I didn't sell drugs. And all that is lies. Ask me and I'll tell you. Okay, you know I ain't going to say shit. So the whole point is you ain't got shit. This is something that happened 20 fucking years ago, you ningnum poops. You ain't got shit. You ain't got no past. Oh, I'm sure you do. So the whole point is do your content and do you. Okay? You want to light this keg? Then light this keg. I give you both the goddamn address up to the coffee shop. Not one of you pussy ass bitches are going to show up in a goddamn wheelchair or not.
Fact.
You ain't
no,
facts.
Facts.
You all have been picking on our channels for the last 5 years. And the bigger our channel grew naturally, the more you talk about coattail. So you're talking some facts. You're still a gossip channel. You're still a creepy channel for grinding on a Filipina that you're talking about. You give her family $4,000 and your housekeeper. You brag that your woman, and your woman bragged, Rose, that she cleans your house and still takes care of you like a husband. But why was your house dirty to begin with? So stay in your own goddamn backyard, old dudes, because you ain't gonna face me. Oh, she's big and all that. Yeah, not always, but now, so the fuck what? Move the fuck on. You've been warned. I'd give you my goddamn address.
You'll disappear into the good cats. Anyways, you'll disappear into the jungle, and you'll be fertilizer for the plants, and never to be seen again.
Keep your mouth running. You'll disappear like fertilizer.
But the like I say, with me it doesn't bother me. I am at the point on YouTube now that when people are very derogatory, I just block them from the channel. That they aren't worth arguing with. I don't argue with them. Anyways, there was a.
Okay. Now again, I'm not picking on anybody, but the funny thing is about this particular
Here, I'll put it up here until I open it.
voice thing is he claims that it doesn't bother him, and yet he makes a reaction video about it.
I don't
which
gossip,
is-
not me or the British
which is
Expat.
counteractive to what he's saying. It's like, oh well, I don't care, but guess what? Apparently, okay, again, whether or not you agree with me, is beside the point. You're claiming that it doesn't bother you, and yet here you are making a video exclusively for this instance.
Hi, Ruby.
You know what I'm saying? And I get, again, freedom of speech, or where you
No, he has
can
the
give
right
your
to
own
react, sure.
opinion, but don't pretend that it doesn't bother me. But
Oh, he only says that in the last 2 videos. He went on and on. And here's the thing. We are being told this stuff from British Expat, and we're also being, I went and watched this one. We haven't watched
don't bring him
anything
up. Don't bring
since.
up the British Expat. I don't even know why he's in the topic.
Sit and spin meat.com.
What? Meatspin.com.
Oh,
Yes. Now,
Oh my God.
yes, for all your
no,
meat
no,
needs, for
no,
your delivery, go to meatspin.com.
no.
Just go
George.
there and order your meat.
George.
Okay,
Oh.
you're the one who brought it up.
Well,
All right.
I didn't give out. Yeah, George said he doesn't care.
My point being is,
Don't go to that site. We warned you.
Yeah, don't. It's a troll site.
It's a troll
site.
site.
I honestly haven't sat there long enough, but anyway, point being is, what I'm saying is it's a real site.
Yeah.
What? Wow, but
He's fired. They're both fired up. And it's
Right.
okay to react. You have the
you're
right.
okay
But when it
to react,
turns to
but don't
threats,
pretend it's something else. Don't say it doesn't
It's the
bother me
YouTube
when it
game
obviously
obviously
bothers
does.
you, and
Or they're
you're
just in
actually reacting
love.
to it. And again, I don't. I'm gonna be
how
honest
many of
with
you think he's just, how do you, how
Nobody
many?
cares. Nobody cares whether you're upset over it or not.
Oh, and we were going to cover it, right. So that's on you because you put your own shit out there that you've been deceiving your
another thing.
people.
You,
And that
you
the baby's
put
not
your own
mine and
stuff,
she's living in a
and
different part and I got
all
a
we
new
did was
girlfriend.
parrot what you said. So basically, the only person you have to be mad about is yourself. Go look in a mirror. Go look on your own YouTube channel. These are your words, not ours. In fact, I repeat a lot of times in our videos.
Nah, he's been at it
lives,
about 2 months, Ruby. He hasn't stopped.
Here's
The
a
Brit
fact.
Expat.
Right.
He's
Here's
still,
a fact. Again.
he's mad about MYK when he got attacked by MYK.
No,
2
again,
years
I don't know
ago.
what the Brit Expat is. First
and
off,
now
I
I've
think
been on his list for about 2 months.
Shit, because he's
He's-
irrelevant.
Right.
But point being
That's
is,
pretty much
we have
it.
no beef with him. We don't even talk about this guy.
And that's another thing. Both these channels are about half our
We don't even-
subscribers right now.
Right,
and
exactly.
they're-
These
it doesn't
people
matter if they say they're
Are
getting
literally beneath our
20,000.
channel.
And they're only doing it as a
numerically, they are
pull-up.
beneath our channel. And we're
They'll
like,
say it's the same with every man, and every man's numbers are not right either. Sorry, those are not real
okay,
numbers
we
either.
know which channels have real numbers, and we know which ones
Correct.
have bot numbers.
He says we don't
And
know
anybody,
nothing. Dad, we don't
yeah,
know
we don't
what
know nothing.
numbers are.
That's how
5
that's
or
how
10%.
we know that these
If
particular
they get
channels
more
don't
than
have
5%,
YouTube managers. Why they don't have YouTube managers? Because they're fake.
or they don't have a check yet. Sorry.
Correct.
If you had where
We're
you didn't have any
certified.
hits,
Most of these channels, even with the one, oh, I have 100,000 subscribers. Well, guess what? Where's your check? Where's your
Yeah,
certification?
you can only qualify.
We're certified, but
So-
you guys aren't.
Either way, that's a lot of butt hurting, but where we take it serious is where you come in with the threats. You know, in the past there were dark channels that
Right.
said we're coming after you, your immigration's toast and all that, and here it is, nothing.
Right.
And you never showed up because I said, "Come on over for dinner, bitch," because you know you got the right ones, Mister.
Right. And again, I'm not arguing with anything. What I'm saying is, you don't have to take our word for it. You have to take our YouTube's word for it. The fact that YouTube certified us
5%
tells you
is tops.
something.
5% of a number would be tops on views. If you're getting more than that, you're paying for it. And if you
No,
get more
you're
than 10%,
You're cheating.
there's
You're
something
buying.
else going on.
Yeah.
Correct. And
If-
so, and
if
then
your
after
views
that,
go consistently
10%.
go over your subscribers, and if your views are equal your subscribers on a regular basis, there's something wrong.
Yeah. So, okay, well, let's.
Comments and the posts that I had with Brenda, you know, like I said, where, you know, it was more or less against me. And I gave the guy a chance, right? I commented back to him and this and that. Well, he kept on coming and coming and coming, and it's just like,
Oh, there
I'm
was
not
a
going to
guy
argue with his oath.
attacking
And
his
so I
channel.
just block him from the channel. He's not worth messing with. But
He lets him get under
the
his
real
skin.
elephant in the room, as far as
It's me.
haters and bashers, are more from other bloggers or YouTubers, however you want to call us, right? Doing excuse me, videos about Rose is a nice situation. That, you know, they do like response videos to the video that Rose and I did, and there's, you know, one of them was fine too. I forget the name of his channel. British in the Philippines. He's fine. He had a calm perspective of it all. But
They've been
there's
talking.
one
See, he mentioned
YouTuber
British Expat
that
and the other British guy.
what should I say? I'm not gonna let her off the hook. Her name is Heidi, and George are the ones that are on the channel. I'm not gonna mention the name of
Not
their
gonna
channel.
let me off the
I'm
hook,
sure
huh?
you know some of you guys know what the name of that channel is, where they're at, and please do not post the name of their channel
Which
in the
somebody
comments, because
did.
I will delete those. I'm not gonna do anything to try and promote their channel. They're nothing but, you know, pot stirrers and gossip, and
Not
you know,
worried
all
about
they
it,
do is
Mike.
make shit up.
I'm ready to meet
And
my
so,
maker.
anyways, in the after I
It's
did
kind of
that
funny that we're bigger than him,
video,
and he has this audacity to say this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'm not gonna promote them. They're way bigger than I am, but okay.
Says Randy says you two are going to pay, and I think he's planning on harming you too. Yeah, that's if he can get up off his drunk ass and come here.
Whoa.
I've lived a good 54 years.
Whoa.
Welcome, old man. Email me and prove it's you, and you can have my address.
Well, first off, okay,
I mean, you
okay.
what? First off, you ain't never going to get up
he's
over the
not
front
gonna
gate.
do it himself because he just won't.
Well, it doesn't matter who it is. Welcome.
Well,
The whole point is you want to get petty like that. That's exactly how this message ends in a little bit, guys. He's actually making him talking about fertilizer and dust, and Filipinos won't deal with it. My man's one, but we didn't threaten you. You got butt hurt because we said you're living in sin and the baby's a bastard. Oh, she's talking nasty about my baby. It's a fact. It's a pure fact, and you don't like it's a fact.
And that's my issue. Again, it's not an issue. What I'm saying is, so you're technically upset over your ex, over her kid, that we actually didn't bash. We didn't. We just called her.
I said they're living in sin, and she took the baby to church. How did that work out?
The baby is out of wedlock.
Called her a chocolate ho-ho.
Which again is not a lie, and even you can't deny that. But my point being is,
Randy is a
so
nut,
you that. Well, see, that's the thing in today's society. The problem with today's society is, oh, I'm gonna F him up because he did this. Well, guess what? That doesn't make it right. Regardless of what that person did.
I mean, I have to ask.
What you're gonna do right.
Ruby said, "Oh, George, be careful. Heidi's all fired up. Yeah, he might fall down the stairs, huh?" Ruby, watch out, George.
Didn't you make that video?
Yeah, we made that joking video. Yeah, watch out for the stairs. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, this is where he gets into the thick of it, guys. For those that haven't seen the video and know the story, the man has put his own stuff out. He admits to drinking all day. His woman has talked about how he shits his pants, and he's going on in multiple videos that we're lying. Our channel is no good. It's boring. And that we talked about his baby, and all we did was cuss him out and the baby, and all made up all this stuff, and
which
that
we didn't.
I should do diet videos instead, and we should redirect. Oh, thank you, Mr. Director, telling us how to run George's YouTube channel. Doesn't matter if I'm the mouth of it or not. It's like, get another beer, old man. I hope you're enjoying the show.
And for those of you who are, again, picking on weight, first off, never pick on somebody's weight. For a lot of reasons. For example, no, Heidi does have a lot of health issues.
Yeah, he admitted that. He does in here. He will say he isn't picking on.
Right. But what I'm saying is, when you do take on.
Why did you even mention it?
Huh?
No, he'll go on here in a little bit that he feels bad for anybody that's sick, but then he flips it around and he starts back at me again. And then he told me I should be doing some sort of cooking show or discussing my weight only, because this is an expat channel that talks
Why
about.
did you question?
Oh.
Okay, never mind. I'll just
Yeah.
shut up.
No, I wasn't. I was talking about
Right.
him, not you. I wasn't talking to you.
What I'm
Sorry
saying
if it's
is
mean.
never pick on anybody's weight. I don't care who you are, what you are. One, it doesn't make it right. First off, your body build does not necessarily mean that's how you are. I know a lot of people who eat like birds that are fat.
Mm-hmm.
I know that eat like crazy that are slim as f. Trust me, I was one of those. Heidi will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if you watch our old videos, you'll see I'm skinny as hell. And guess what? I ate literally probably 4 times as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
No, really, fat. But point being is, what I'm trying to get at is for example, right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Now I wear a hat. I still do.
There it is. All right, we got
All right.
it, Bobby. So there he is. He's 80-something years
Yeah.
old.
So what I'm saying is, for example, you see, I usually wear a hat, okay? But the reason why I'm turning my head is to show my hair. If I eat,
There she is with
Yeah.
her first husband. He is in his 80s.
right? What I'm saying is it's
Better
a catch,
looking
it's a
guy.
catch train too. For example, if I eat more food, I'm more healthier. Really, I am. And if I go on a diet, I'm actually less healthy, and I actually my hair starts falling off like crazy. I'm not making this up. Fact. Why does it? Some of you are like, well, why is your hair falling off? Well, because I have less vitamins in me.
Yeah.
You know. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So don't pick on somebody's weight. Again, like me, I'm gaining weight right now because I don't want to lose my hair. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't want to lose my hair, so I eat more food.
Well, the reason mostly he brings this up is because he said that I picked on him not going to a doctor. And it's like, but you can't tell people that you're healthy, but then mention you have, what did he say you had? So it's because you said stuff initially.
And again, remember, so don't pick on anybody's weight because it affects everybody's differently. And it doesn't mean that you're skinny, that you're not gaining weight, that you're healthy. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you. I used to be a very, very active guy. Heidi will tell you. I mountain bike, I did climbing and all that kind of stuff. I was extremely active. I skateboarded on a regular basis, that kind of deal. I was a very active guy. And what I'm getting at is be aware that in the end, that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. 1 second. I have to consult with George real quick. So we had gotten some updates from Randy's woman in Manila. Remember, he said before he met his Rose for the last 5 years that he did have another relationship. And that person has come forward, and we'll be giving you some alleged. So stick around. I'll have George review more of this, but let's just say the last ex spilled a bunch of beans too. We won't be mentioning their name, and we will not be giving you full details. But let me tell you what, Rose has to be dealing with the same thing. So remember, life isn't perfect. We show us fighting on there. You think it's all roses around here all the time? The answer is no.
Well,
but we don't sit around and say
relationship
we're
is perfect.
married and had a baby and things are happy and all these things are going perfectly well when it's not. And then you get butt hurt because somebody's giving your facts out. So anyways.
I did that video about Alexander and our relationship. I knew that this woman Heidi, and she's like a major Walmart Karen, right? That's how I would classify her as is a Walmart Karen, and look good. And anyway, she did a live. I knew she did a live video about Rose and I know she was going
Yeah,
to,
you watched.
and I actually watched it live, right? And I'm
There
sitting
it is. You
here
did 5 weeks ago.
listening to this, and along she's going, trying to state all of this stuff, and I'm sitting and I'm listening to it, and it's just like she didn't have anything correct, right?
No,
Because
never.
all of a sudden I was like 71 or 72
Okay, so
years
I'm awful,
old,
dude. You're
and
still crusty.
she's calling Rosa Knight every name in the book, snakes in the mountains and so forth and so on, and she didn't have any of her facts correct. I watched it, and to be honest with you, even though the video was about me and Rose, I was confused. It's like, who the hell is that guy you're talking about? Even though it was me. And to be totally honest with you, I could only watch about half of it. I got bored. It's like, this is boring. Then you come up with something real. But during the portion that I did watch, right, George, her little lapdog, that's what I call him, little lapdog, because he can't get a word in edgewise over, Karen Heidi, Walmart.
Anybody that goes that far into repeating name calling, okay, me saying Peachback Mountain and snakes is one thing, but we didn't go in and say this dude is bald and ugly, and this guy his face is so much leather that, and his missing teeth are just so disgusting, and his ears are so big, and there's no way he would land a dog in the street of Thailand. So nobody went that far to go in at somebody the way he is there. So one, he's in love with me and he can't stop. He's obsessed. Evidently for 5 weeks, I've been living in the back of his head rent free, which God forbid let me out. There's no space, I mean, whatever's going on in that big skull of yours, get over yourself. The same with the British expat.
Baby daddy is right.
Right? Probably is. But I didn't know her other man was 84 years old. So what do you think? I mean, you think that's all innocent if Rose goes off and marries an 84-year-old? I mean, she was in love.
It can't be him.
That's her first husband. Rose was married. The expat was her first husband.
I'm talking about the baby daddy.
No, it's not. No, that's probably why she didn't have any kids. I still think one of the kids are hers. I can't confirm any of that. There's still extra kids running around the house.
Okay, that's another thing.
But who knows?
Be aware,
maybe they
most
did.
of the things that we do say are actually, again, what they say.
Or what they show.
What's reality. It has nothing to do with, we don't dox anybody. We don't do any of that weird stuff.
Well, we're being sent stuff. We know his full name. We know family and other people and friends are reaching out as of the last 2 days. They said,
This is a reaction.
Right. So.
But we never said anything prior to.
No. 5 weeks, nothing's been said. Now he's still butthurt. So, all right.
She's a big woman, let me tell you.
She's a big woman.
Anyways, George said that Alexander, Rose's son, was a blessing and a grace into the world. And Heidi, oh no, she cut him off and she went into this thing where
that
she
a
was
bastard.
No, he's not pure
wedlock.
and this and that.
Bastard.
And calling like the B word. No, he's not no good. I'll tell you what, I don't care whose child it is. If you sit and degrade a 4-month-old child and denigrate a 4-month-old child, I don't care whose child it is, you're going to have me coming after you.
You ain't coming after nobody, old man. Sit down somewhere and have a beer. Let me talk to you one-on-one. That's not degrading a child. That's a full fact truth. Your woman cheated on you, had sex with the guy. Now, whether you arranged it, honestly, perfectly, I believe that was arranged. Because now you guys are talking as if this was all planned. That guy coming out there was probably a planned thing of her, all the having his baby and all that. But who knows? Rumors again. Who knows if it's the truth or not?
Okay.
But the truth is the baby is still a bastard. That is the full definition. Nobody degraded the baby. Poor baby for dealing with his mother doing this. And then you guys lying to the world. Videos are forever. These videos aren't going to go away. We're never going to remove ours. And you put the baby in that situation, not us.
All right.
Okay. And you,
right.
whatever, dude. It's a fact. Nobody else said anything else but that.
Right. Hold on, stop before you start. I'm not talking about this couple anymore. I'm not talking about this guy or whatever. Again, most of the time, most of the stuff I say is mostly facts, aka, and a lot of you are our age, so you guys know this. I'm just letting you guys know, or for those of you who are having experiences.
True.
When a woman usually gets pregnant, it's usually planned, whether or not it's obvious or not. AKA, for example, have I been with women that I think try to have a baby with me? Oh yeah, like while you're about to get done, they clamp down with their legs, all that kind of stuff. Point being is, most of the time when a woman does get pregnant, it's planned in her head. She already is like, okay, I want to lock down this guy, cut the pony out of the herd. I want to make sure this guy's going to be mine. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the child is, created for that purpose. I mean, most of the time, let me tell you how women work, and a lot of you women will agree with me. When a woman looks at a guy, they just look at him and say, oh man, I want to have a kid with that guy.
Yeah, but did you see the guy?
Oh, no, I know that. But what I'm saying is, most of the time, I'm not saying everything or everybody, and I'm not talking about this couple. I'm clear saying that.
How original.
Most of the time, they have it planned.
Anybody 30 pounds overweight and that goes to Walmart gets called
right.
That
and what I'm saying
up.
is, most of the time,
how original of him. He had nothing
when
better
they do get
or
pregnant, they'll
intelligent
be like,
to say.
okay, this is my chance that if I do get pregnant, I'm gonna be able to get rid of this other guy. Get it?
Right, but I mean, I don't think he's
and
coming
I'm not
back
picking on
to
anybody.
live.
I'm just
He might
telling
come
you,
back.
most female behaviors is when a woman gets pregnant by another guy, it's because they're trying to push you away.
Yeah.
It's their non-verbal way of saying, you know what, screw you, I don't want to be with you anymore, go away.
Yeah, but the problem with this is, yes, that applies to everyday thing. The deal is that the new daddy that we know is not there, but he's got his new girlfriend and she's living on the back side of the property and they're all living on the same property as friends.
Well, that's what I said.
This is where if he was cutting somebody out of the herd, she just would have threw him off the property with his woman to go live somewhere else. But it looks, I mean, there's a lot going on with the story.
The money's probably nice.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see.
Yeah,
You better stop that shit. The first time I saw your video was actually it came across my feed as you were doing a live about Mark Thornton from Every Man Had a Story had passed away, and I hadn't heard that, so I clicked on it and I was watching it, and you were degrading and insulting Mark and Jen, and little I think his name is Rogan, the child, and you were sitting there and this disparaging her. You did the same thing with Rose and Alexander. I don't care if you come after me, I could give a shit less, right, type of thing.
And then we're all truths about Jen Thornton. She married a man that was 40 years older than him, trapped him for the kid. Mark Thornton stopped paying for his medicine, wasn't taking care of himself either, and she should have known when she did that. So more truths are turned into Heidi's just lying about stuff, or Heidi's degrading people. Degrading comes to the point when your butt hurt. Your butt hurt because it was the truth. His wife was stressed because her husband died and hardly left her with anything. So me saying that does not put all the stress on her. You just want to blame somebody. Just like you want to pinpoint somebody now to put blame and all your anger out because you can't get Rose back.
Right.
Or you got this new girl that you're paying for as a housekeeper. You're just hurt.
Blames us for stuff. This is fact. Again, I'm not making things up again.
I mean, it's
Jen,
weird.
again, I apologize, Jen, if I offend you, but I highly, really, honestly think you really don't have beef for this. What I'm saying is, if Jen honestly think that we cause her stress, then I would say, like, we're not. No. We're just a target for your stress.
We just covered and told people just because we talked about the Beanie Babies or a few jokes in between was
target, aka correct. You have to remember that human behavior is when you go against something that's really hurtful, you tend to go attack something or somebody. And guess what? If you don't have people like us, I'm going to be honest with you. They attack their family members or their friends, which are point being is the family or friends may be completely innocent, haven't done anything, didn't say a word, but they're targets because human nature is you're gonna vent all your anger and frustration
you
on
know,
something
the British
or somebody.
expat and Randy, and if Jen felt that way or that's the way he felt, that's on them. You know, we've given something behind every story we told. Today is being covered because he's making threats and still talking his ass after 5 weeks.
What? You keep that shit up, and you're gonna find your ass in a whole shitload of trouble because of the fact the Philippines protect their children and the mother of the children. If you sit there and put the women and the child in distress with your crap, the Philippines will come down on you like there's no tomorrow, and I'll make sure of it. You have to remember, Heidi, it's not so much what you know in this world, it's who you know. And
okay, now here's the thing. The only thing that I think that Heidi ever said, or I did, although I don't usually use that word still, but what I'm saying is the word that comes to mind that I know that's offensive is bastard. And you have to remember that doesn't matter whether you're in America or you're in the Philippines, the direct translation of bastard is, again, a child born out of wedlock. And point being is there is neither the U.S. government nor the Philippines will look at, oh my gosh, she said that? No, because you know what? They're going to be like, is this true? And then you'd be like, well, yeah.
The whole
they're not married,
we've
so-
done two. We
Well,
both
what I'm
were
saying
joking,
is-
messing, taunting,
What
and
I'm-
he took it personal, and now he wants
Right,
to
well,
pin it
that's
on
what I'm
me
saying.
only
That-
as
well,
the American
I'm
loudmouth.
saying actual things, and again, it has nothing to do with. Point being is, it doesn't matter. The government will look at, well, is this true? Is the child a bastard? Because that's the actual word. It's a word. It's not a cuss word, guys. I hate to say this. It's not a cuss word.
And that's the only thing that was said.
It's not a cuss word.
He'll go on that I said lots
A
of
bastard
names.
is a bastard.
Nobody calls a baby
It's a
beyond
cuss word
that.
if I say something like Heidi's a bastard. That's a cuss word. You know why? Because she was born within wedlock. That makes it a cuss word. But guess what? In this situation,
There's multiple definitions of bastard. It goes in all
aware
directions.
of that, but the legal standpoint is the child a bastard?
Yeah, and
again,
I followed up with saying
if you
they're
get upset
living
with
in
me,
sin.
sorry.
He was born without
It's your
a
language. It's
dad
not even
and
my
all that,
language.
so-
Point being is it's your language. What I'm saying is that
And
the
I
definition?
understand, but Brenda Brenda would be the new girlfriend. So I guess so.
Well, that's
but
another thing.
she's putting herself in
That's
YouTube.
another
He
thing.
just
Right.
said that she
That's
doesn't want to be
painful
in
to hear for
YouTube, but she's
Brenda.
learning to do YouTube.
Because
She's getting involved.
putting the X in front. And I did say this, that he's still in love with the X. And I did say this, that this is a video that he should never show the new girlfriend, because guess what? The reality is, bro, you're still in love with your ex, which is fine. It's okay. It's okay to be in love with your ex. However, make sure your freaking current doesn't know about it. I mean,
Okay.
but no, I'm joking. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't.
Heidi's secure. No.
Yeah, I don't know
But
what this is.
my point is,
Rose's uncle, one capo, and I guess that's the area they're in. Be cared what you said about Rose or Randy, not a joke. Not worried about it. I'm sorry, you ain't gonna tell me and then say shit about me and make threats that people from his family are going to come. Oh well, you really think that? I'm 54 years old. You think that I care? That because I said that he was born without a real father and not married, and they both
that's
the
what
cheating
I
and
was
all that,
trying
he's
to
going to come.
say. Is
So-
even a Filipino would be like, well,
And I'm not, it just doesn't matter to me.
right. I mean,
And evidently Mike has an insider. Mike might be her. That could be someone, that could be him himself.
no.
No? So why would they name who he is?
only because of the wordings and all that. No.
Well, either way, doesn't matter. So
Well, that's why I said it's because even a Filipino would be like, okay, what's going on?
I don't care. You think I'm afraid of a Filipino climbing over my gate and trying to get me? Come on. I'm sorry. If I was in my 30s and trying to live a full life and had young kids, then maybe I'd be concerned or something else. But unfortunately, I'm, it's like you better close your channel
Okay,
and you
well,
better shut your mouth.
this
Is what
is-
multiple channels, but it's like, and what?
This is a good point. Randy's under the impression he owns both houses and has a lease on the house. Randy's wrong, but no, I agree with you. What it means is, again, it doesn't mean that you're paying for it. Doesn't mean you own it. In the end, it's not you who owns it. And I'm not being an ass about this. Again, this is in general. As a rule, a lease does not mean you own the place. It just means it can't kick you out unless there's legal grounds. Bottom line, they can still kick you out.
Good morning. So basically in here, it's a slide threat that I'll disappear or become dust and better get some insurance from the beginning. And then he leans into saying that legally he's going to tell the system of the Philippines and he'll make sure, because he knows people, that
okay.
I will pay for what I've said.
First
And it's
off,
like,
okay,
do either of them and go ahead, because when this live is over, there'll be no reactions no matter what you say.
all right. First off,
And you'll be like Jen's channel,
gonna tell
and we
you-
don't even rewatch. The only reason we did is you made the initial threat. We saved the video and we reacted to tell you that I ain't fucking afraid of you,
All right.
dude.
Okay.
And when this is over, it's over. And there won't be any other thought. So if somebody wants to climb over my fence or meet up, I'll save them time.
So I'm gonna tell you right now how it works. Now, for
What the
those of
hell?
you,
I'm
I'm
my
gonna tell you
shit.
how it works, and I'm gonna translate it to you the best way possible for those of you in the U.S. anyway. Because again, I didn't live in Australia. I don't know how those things work there. I've never lived in Canada or in UK, but in the U.S. For those of you, the best way to explain it is okay. Now,
Interesting. This person said that, covered that Rose's assertion that he approved the surrogate father. I believe that. There were several things out there saying that he knew that he was going to do that.
Right.
And
Okay.
then later they spilled everything out and cried on air in front of people that, oh, how sad she cheated. But really, that could be the possible truth.
Right. So again, let me explain things to you because according to this gentleman, he said that I know people. Now,
He's
I'm going to
paying
be
for it.
honest with you. I know people too, but it's not what you think. And I'm going to be honest with you. Here's the thing. The best way to explain it is the mayor is probably the biggest and most powerful guy you can meet in town. Okay. Now, the mayor of California, do you think he can control the mayor of New York?
This.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to explain it in Filipino to American terms. It doesn't mean that you're the biggest friends. I don't care if you suck the barangay captain's ick. Guess what? Your barangay captain ain't worth crap once he's out of his jurisdiction. So that's why I said, do you think that the mayor of, even if you suck the ick of your mayor of your town, do you think he has jurisdiction on the mayor of California? Do you think he has jurisdiction on New York? Do you think that mayor will even he'll probably entertain him as in listen to him, but that doesn't mean he's gonna do it. That's the best way I'm trying to explain things to you. It doesn't mean that you know people that things will happen. That's not how it works in any freaking country. Fact. You know how I know? Because I do know people. And guess what? It doesn't work that way. And even if you did, guess what? That person will look at you and be like, you what now? You want me to do what? Get out of here. I don't want nothing to do with you. You get my point? Point being is unless you are asking them to further their means and their goals because of what you're saying, they ain't got nothing to do with you. Fact. Doesn't matter what country you're in. Unless you're Jeffrey Epstein, that's a Nepo baby.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
different story.
You had to go there right now.
My point being is, unless you have unlimited money.
You know what was the weirdest comment? And I'm gonna say it. George said it had nothing to do with it.
What,
One
Nepo
of his
baby?
one of Mr. Man that likes to make threats. One of his comments were, "Oh yeah, I stick by you, and I know you're a Trump guy, and I know you're a solid person." He
My
went
point
into
being
discussing
is-
him being a Trump person. What's that got
My
to
point
do with anything?
being is,
It's
even
like, what
if
kind of
you
comment is
know
that?
people, you have to go with their wants and needs before
yeah.
they even entertain you. Now, if you're going with AKA, like a
Family member? You said it was a
this
family
bald guy
member.
that kills people, that's a different story. That's highly illegal, and even then, they
It's
have
not 1980 either.
Well, and
all
even
the cameras
then, they
and all
have
that.
their limits.
Yeah,
They
sure.
have their territories.
So what? You're going to tell him that a big fat American disabled woman dogged a kid by calling him a bastard, which is the truth because he is what he is, and that somebody said something because you put your YouTube stuff out there, and you're going to sick them on me to come after me, and that they're just going to come and do that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if you did say,
oh my God.
Point being is there
Good
are
luck.
territories, there are limitations, whether you're a legal person or an illegal person, there's still territories and limitations. It's no different in the U.S. I mean, if you send, you hire the locals. That's what I'm getting at. If you want somebody, taken out of your way, you hire a local that knows the area and territory. You don't hire somebody that's in your area and then you're going to send them out to where they have like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, so Randy, yes, he sent 4,000 pesos a month. He says he'll get it from the YouTube channel. And it's like, well, according to your numbers, you're making more than that, according to you. So are your numbers real or not? 4,000 is awful low for somebody who has better numbers than us, and we make 17,000 pesos, up to $300 a month with stickers.
Wow.
And you're going on that you might make 4,000 pesos. He said that right afterwards. He said my YouTube money might be enough. So what I'm saying is, if their numbers are as big as ours or bigger, he'd be making way more than that.
Okay,
so you just
again,
told
I'm
on
not
yourself.
picking on anybody. When you say those kind of things that might
cover the expense.
what I'm saying is that tells you there's something off.
Mhm.
And I'm not picking on the guy. I'm just saying, pay attention, to what people say.
Yeah. So
You keep spewing your mouth and see what happens. Because I'll tell you what, if I hear one more fucking word out of your mouth disparaging or a baby, a mayor, and criticizing them and degrading or whatever it is you do, you always do it in the aspect of well, I
maybe,
think
possibly, should be, could be,
this
would
person
be,
is
and
such and
fact.
such, but you always say do that little twist on there. Well, in my opinion, kind of shit.
Mhm.
And it's just like, you're on the edge of slander and libel.
Not really.
You know how you do it. Oh yeah.
Not worried
And
about it.
guess what? You said that you have an attorney and so forth and so on. Yeah, you don't need more than a fucking Philippine attorney if you fucking piss me off and get me to the point where it's like, okay, you want to play this game?
Oh, I was going to ask. I was going to have you highlight this one.
What's the time frame? 10:37. So you totally missed the last part of that for pointing that out. So you weren't listening. I mean, I don't think that's that important right this second to. It's dead air. I mean, I told you could shout those out.
I told you shouldn't have stopped the video, but okay. You're going to stop the video.
Well, because your point, I didn't know if you were trying to get me to stop this. That's why. What? Lucka? I don't see it.
No, it has to be there. Yeah, it's right there.
Huh.
This is okay. I'm just making a point here, and Lucas making a point. George, most of us Filipinos call them kids out of wedlock as illegitimate or naksalabas. Point being is,
It's not my
again,
language to say it like that. So we call them bastards from the 70s
correct,
and 80s.
and that's what I'm trying
And some
to.
of the words I say is quite rude,
That's what
including confrontation.
Well, that's what I'm
I
saying. I'm
mean,
pretty sure any
What would you
lawyer
like me to say? I'm
will.
going to have a strong word with you the next time I see you situation. Instead, words have been twisted in the past.
That's what I'm saying. A lawyer
So-
will look at this because that's what lawyers do. They will look the definition of bastard and they will find this.
Even if they
My
take it that I
point
called the
being
kid something and I
is-
spew something right
My
now,
point
it's
is-
still not going to be a problem.
That's my point. My point is this is actual the definition of.
These are butthurt people that are
And
also
Laka
trying,
is reminding me that we do call them out of wedlock. We
Yeah.
just don't call them bastards because it's not our language.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, in her words, we don't. Filipinos don't know the
Hey,
nuances.
Joe.
Guess what? That's a nuance, I guess. I don't know. It's not even a nuance in English language. Everybody knows what bastard means. And I'm not. What I'm saying is, you don't have to be a genius to figure out what that means. And that is the actual definition. And Phil, see, here's the thing. In fact, Ruby said something earlier when I was talking about health and all that. Filipinos have no freaking problem calling you out, period.
Funny thing is, as a foreigner, you're not supposed to call them out. You know what I mean?
Well, what I'm saying is,
So I mean, it
if
is
you
odd,
are
and
a
you should have
bastard-
respect. But this is
No,
covering
I
because you
know.
put your own shit out there, Rose.
Okay.
You put your baby out there and photos. What are you, butthurt and offended on that? You put your baby on YouTube. You put them on screen talking about what you did, and you guys deceived people. So if you don't like facts, then take your ass to an attorney. Same with you, mister. Go do what you got to do.
No, Heidi does have a point, but again, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Again, Filipinos are the first ones to call you out for the most part. If you have a baby outside of wedlock, now they will not again use the word bastard because it's not our language, but they will say anak sa labas. Right. And one of the viewers just reminded, it's like, oh my God, she's completely right. Yes. Again, like me, like I said, I was talking about health and everything. You know how many people call me fat, and which again, am I? Well, I guess
That's
I am.
true.
But point being is,
Don't put your personal life out there if
point
you don't
is,
want it talked
Filipinos
about.
are the first one to call you, oh
Threats
my
are another
God,
thing.
you're balding. Oh my God, you're fat. Oh my God, you look ugly. Oh my God, you look horrible.
But the moment I call them that when they're calling, then they're going to have a heart attack.
You know what I mean? So
What
point
do they
being
call that?
is, Filipinos
Butthurt.
are the first ones to call you out.
They shouldn't have put their business out there. They've been
And
putting their business
That's
and lying
also
to
what
people.
I'm getting at is, point being is,
That's
they
why
did
you're
put it out
going to an
in
attorney
public.
won't work
We
long.
did not, again, we did not dox it. We did not dig it out. Oh, just so you guys know, this happened. No, we didn't do any of that. You guys brought it out, and all we did was repeat it.
That's where it is. So anyways, I'm going to get back because he's in the thick of still making threats.
Because I will not allow that. That's a red line for me. If you attack a minor child, you've attacked Mark and his child,
Not really.
and you do
Never.
nothing but attack every other YouTuber. You've attacked P,
Lies.
you've attacked
Lies.
Mike, Philippine
Never.
retirement, you've attacked
Nope,
Paul,
that
Old
is a
Dog.
lie.
That's all you do is attack people and make like.
When did we
Okay.
attack Old Dog?
Okay, us and Old Dog are in good terms. We actually message each other on a regular basis, so I don't know where this comes from.
And Mike's retirement, there was no falling out. Now he's still talking crap, okay? But there is no falling out. We said that there was a large age gap. Where was that attacking him? Once again, more facts that people
Well, same
take
thing with the
as
P,
an
and
attack.
P's not going to argue. I'm going to tell you right now.
And where's the attack on the
P
P?
can't argue with us. If we say stuff, it wasn't because we called her as in, oh my God, look at P, she this, she that. No, we never said any of that. We say stuff like, that's not how it is.
Correct. Nobody attacked the P. Nope. See, so
That's
he's the
not
one
how
lying.
it is. What she says it is in Walmart.
I
or
mean,
in
call
the
us out.
US.
We got 134 people in the room.
Oh,
Did we attack old dog? Did
No.
we attack Mike's retirement? The answer is no. We
No.
said that he's in a large age gap relationship and he was talking shit about women at Walmart, how the American women were no good. All I did was snap back and say, what, you're just an old guy
Right,
in an
we
age
never-
gap
we
relationship.
never-
That's not an attack. And
Right.
if he's
We don't
seen
call
that as
people
that,
names. We don't, call them like limp dick, transvestite, whatever. Point being is, we never do any of that. We say,
might
hey,
pick some fun, make some fun, and if your asses can't take a joke like goddamn George Carlin, stick your finger up your ass and
no,
spin
that's
on it.
true. If you can't take,
I mean, that's just it. We still have
we
butt
do
hurt
joke
people.
around, yes, but even then, those are kind of obvious and lighthearted.
Correct. It's not direct attacks like some have come through and want to talk about abuse and all that shit, and then that's something different. When you go in deep like that, that is an attack.
Mark Thornton, and a lot of people attack us over him.
And when did we attack his baby?
God bless his soul. I have nothing against Mark Thornton.
We said that.
But even if Mark Thornton was alive, he can't argue with us. Like, he would say, they never said anything that I didn't say or do on camera.
Mark is an intelligent man. We talked about the fight. We said
Correct.
he shouldn't have done that and that he was in
Right.
trouble
And
at ground zero.
do we
That's
make
not
fun of
attacking
the
nobody.
mini babies, of course. And you know what? Who cares? And I'm
And
pretty
Mark-
sure he does not care. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Mark
if
knows
Mark
the
was
YouTube
alive,
game.
he doesn't give a shit about the YouTube.
Mark knows
Beanie
the
Babies.
YouTube game.
I'm just saying.
Mark doesn't go and make threats and say, "Hey, I'm going to take you down by
Yeah,
a
Mark's
family
not
member
gonna do a
because you mentioned my
copyright thing
baby."
on us. He's not
Correct.
gonna call a lawyer.
Like some butthurt
He's not
people.
gonna threaten us.
So-
Because you know what? He knows that that's what he says.
So this is the whole idea of this live stream is you have currently two major butthurt vloggers that keep repeating me like they're madly in love, down to the Brit talking about I wear a wig because I'm hiding crazy and I don't have hair. And it's like, bitch, I have hair. What do you think the black is in between?
Actually, Heidi has too much hair.
I have too much fucking hair.
No, I'm not joking.
And
She
the
has-
reason I wear the wig is
she
we're called
has-
Philippine Antics. I do it for a
she has
change
too
up.
much hair.
And bitch, if you saying I am crazy, I am fucking crazy.
Yeah,
what the fuck are you talking
in fact,
about?
if you pay attention, most of the time,
Everybody's
Heidi
crazy.
has her hair literally chopped off a lot.
Oh, I have a lot
if
of
you
hair.
pay attention, she has a lot of hair. I'm
But
actually
it's
jealous.
weird that that's how petty the Brits being now is. He's down to talk about, well, you're this and you're that, and she wears a wig, and she's like, the guy spent his last video talking, and we know he'll do another one. People are feeding us this stuff and messaging us. It's like, technically we don't care. But when you go in talking to a sister that's in an insane asylum on a tablet telling you shit, and then you're trying to spew over that I was in jail and prison and you think you got something, you ain't got shit, bitch. Oh, I wouldn't have told the world. Yeah, this was years ago. Okay. And you ain't got shit. We wouldn't have brought it up if we weren't being threatened by another channel once again. And so it was brought up for that fucking purpose. And you think you got shit? You're talking to somebody that's crazy. Okay? The nut doesn't fall too far from the other fucking nut that fell off of a fucking nut. What the fuck are you talking about? The whole point is you ain't got shit, bitch. But would you get 600 views for that video? Whatever. Stick to doing your old landlady or whatever woman you lost or your walkabouts or your stupid rants, and you called our shit boring. It's hard to believe that Randy called our shit boring and then the Brit called our shit boring. And it's like, have you looked at yourself? OMG.
Okay, well, most of the time you have to remember, and I'm not looking at their channel or his channel, and I'm not even looking at the Brit. Sorry, I don't even know why he's in the topic. Honestly, just
because
just drop it. I mean,
they've been
Jesus Christ, we
talking
don't
to
even
each
talk
other.
about him. We don't even. He's not even in our real house. He doesn't even show on my feed.
Neither is Randy, except for the threat.
But what I'm saying is, if you pay attention on the channel,
because the Brit left a message a few days ago threatening he was going to expose us. That's why I'm mentioning it. And those two talked to each other.
Again, lies, which most of them are.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you look on his channel, and again, I'm not lying, I'm not glazing or anything like that. If you look on this gentleman's channel, most of the ones that have high views, which is about 1.3 on average, are the
No,
ones
it's him. It's John.
are the ones that are, what's the word, simp videos, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
If they post food videos, it drops down to 400, 300. If they post even one of the videos about the kid only got a few views, well, about, I don't know, 400 views. Point being is, unless it's a simp video, they'll be lucky if they get 1K views. That's my point. What I'm saying is,
According to him,
he's calling us out, but he's also, remember,
he says he's giving
we
dating
mostly
advice.
do lives, not videos. And
Well,
also, most of the videos are not even videos, if that makes any sense. They're music videos. But anyway,
yeah.
whatever.
So, okay, so let's.
Fine, have at it. I'm not going to digress to your level of insults and
are.
name calling and just plain outright lying, thinking that you know the facts of how the situation is. You're somehow or other you're a legal expert on how YouTube channels are set up and who owns them and so forth and so on. You don't know shit, lady. You're ridiculous, kind of a thing. And but all I can say is, now you gotta keep it up. And from what I've heard, you're very familiar from being hot behind iron rod curtains.
And so
Apparently, I'm not sure
doesn't
about
matter.
that.
It doesn't
But
make a
now,
difference.
don't do it. Don't kick the dog or
Nobody's
poke the
poking the
bear.
bear and dog. You already did that
I
yourself.
don't dare you.
You dicked
It's
yourself.
just like, nah, go ahead and do it.
Oh.
Because once you cross that line with me, I'm giving you one warning, and that's all I give. After that, it's free
it's
game.
not.
You'll be free game, and you'll have more people crawling up your ass than you can fit George's in there. So yeah, keep it up. And to George, you're a relatively decent guy. Obviously, you were controlled by Heidi. Right? She won't let you get a word in edgewise. She cuts off every sentence you try to
Not
make.
true.
And hopefully you can talk a little bit of sense into her. If not, then that's fine. You guys can experience what's coming if you keep this shit up. And really, as far as I'm concerned, you owe.
That'll never happen. I'm never going to apologize for Jen making a dumbass decision to marry a man 40 years older than her and have a kid. Took a chance that she could have made the kid sick. And then for him to die way in advance, which she took the chance, okay. I'll never apologize for that.
To clarify,
ever.
What Heidi's referring to about the kid making him sick is it's too late in the game to have a child, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he could have had multiple medical conditions
still
because of the age.
May have them.
Yeah, it still
They're
could
not
happen.
probably showing right now.
No, it could happen down the road.
It
but either way, not gonna.
What Heidi's, I'm just clarifying what Heidi's saying. May make the child sick. It has nothing to do with. She's not doing it intentionally, but the fact that it was so late in the game, the person will have serious, health ramifications. And guess what? They're in the Philippines.
Yes, so the dog's been kicked and the bear has been poked. I'm actually trying to think of more things to say. I mean, are you kidding me right now that you're upset? You're late, old dude. Have another beer. You're 5 weeks late. Why? My question to you is, why would you wait 5 weeks to come back and then make threats that somebody's going to make me dust, or that somebody's going to do something and you're going to contact legal and I'm on the verge 5 weeks later?
What Lucca is saying is trashing is what Randy's channel's getting now because of this discussion. Again, we are the bigger channel. And
it was only brought to us. Somebody fed us that when they said, hey, did you see that channel that actually
it might be them.
It could be, and I really don't care. There were people in our last live stream that said, hey, you were threatened today by the channel.
They have brand new
accounts, right. And it really doesn't matter because,
and again, it's kind of weird. Like, you're attacking our YouTube channel, but why would we care about your channel? Your channel's, statistically less than ours.
Love how everyone's coming to the Philippines
Curtis.
is now a YouTuber. That is the truth. trying desperately to make money and clout, but most don't get 1,000 views. Yeah, and then we were here during the pandemic, like right at the height of the pandemic. We talked to people one-on-one. We did nothing but expat videos in the beginning. And then when the country reopened, only so many changes came to the expat world, like through immigration and all that. So we flipped to talking about stuff in the news and what other expats do. Don't do that. And then we were labeled total troll channel because of other people being on the channel in the panels. We don't have a control what those people say. Okay, so just because some people are on there didn't mean nothing. And then all of a sudden we're just a trash channel. That's fine. If that's the label you want to give us, you think that's changing anything? You know, you two experts that are out there, the answer is no. You're doing the same. The Brit is doing the same, and so is you. So are you, Randy. And you telling us that we're not experts at a YouTube channel. Why did you switch the channel back to American Man and Philippines retirement? You changed the name and you took back the channel, and she's saying she's there. You're all doing that because of me? That's what you've been trying to say, is because of us is why this is all of a sudden. No, you're bored to fucking death. What the fuck are you talking about? You're doing this shit to yourself. You brought that on yourself, and not one. Hire your fucking attorney. I call your ass out. Hire one and have them go through our shit and then prove that I'm causing you stress, her stress for months, and that all these things are going on and changing because I have an opinion about what's going on. You're not going to change my immigration. You're not going to change my life, and you're not going to do shit and meet up. And if you want to send somebody or talk about sending somebody, do it.
Okay. Well, again,
whatever,
full
old man.
Disclosure again. Any right-minded lawyer that you will talk to,
and that goes for any
tell
vlogger out there,
you don't have a case.
No. And if you want to fight it for fucking months,
now,
go
keep
ahead.
in mind, I did say any right-minded lawyer will tell you this. Any crooked lawyer will take your case.
Oh, they're going to take your case and money for months.
Because they just want your money.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
They'll take your money and file, but that doesn't mean anything's going to happen, or we're going to appear and we're going to get served with something over a civic
I'm not
issue.
being mean. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, the fact is, that's how it works. I mean, any right-minded lawyer will watch our videos like, well, actually, they didn't say anything.
And there are laws on top of laws, and
it
doesn't matter.
Again,
and everybody's witness. You're sitting here.
The baby out of wedlock.
It doesn't matter. We made fun of him the whole time. This was 5 weeks ago.
That's what he even says B word. Well, guess what? Now, granted, I don't like using that word personally, but it is not a cuss word. It's not.
I don't care if I picked a name and called him. He can do whatever he's got
I'm
to
just
do
being honest here,
because they're butt hurt.
Again, I don't like
It's not
using
me
that
they're
word,
after.
but
They're mad at their life
not
over there.
A bad word. It's just not. It's just an actual word.
Yeah.
Unless it's not true. Again, like I said, like if I called Heidi a bastard, that's a different story because she is born in wedlock. You get my point?
Yeah. The whole thing is
if the shoe fits, a lawyer will like. Okay.
Well, if he wants to light this keg, then let him do it, because I wasn't going to shut up after he said all this. And it doesn't matter about whatever and whatever. It just doesn't matter. So you and that other whatever can just do whatever. It's, crazy.
On the way that you attack her and Mark, right? Here you are attacking somebody that's fast awake, and you're putting a woman who's already in distress because her husband just passed away, and you're putting her in more stress, or distress with all your negative comments.
By the way,
and
the
lies,
reason they're saying that is kind of like the Brit and Mike. There was another channel paying Jen's bills. They paid for her funeral. They paid for the disposing of the ashes, and they didn't like our channel. There was a channel that paid all of her bills and backed her up that didn't like us covering, before Mark passed away, him punching somebody out at a restaurant. And so because we covered that, because it's bad behavior, current, not 20 fucking years ago, current bad behavior, that we covered that other channel started doing other content on us that are building a home. And the guy was in the funeral saying he was his best friend. They didn't like us. So therefore it turned to, hey, you don't have to listen to people that are talking bad. You realize how many channels said bad shit about him? But how come once again you guys have chose me? Because you chose the one American female in this area to bring forward. The same with you. I am not the only one that has said stuff. People cussed you out about the baby said thing, all the, and the stuff was deleted and everything else. And now you want to blame me for calling the child one name. I don't give a rat's ass. It's because your butt hurt. Whatever's going on with your life, you shitting yourself, you being a drunkard, and your past, your Manila past. What's the deal? What's the deal with your past? What's the deal with the rumor that you had all your teeth pulled out using your last girlfriend's government ID? What's the deal with that? What's the deal with you being a drunkard and picking on her all day long and treating her like crap? Allegedly. I don't know, because it already slipped out that there were already things going on in your relationship, and you don't like that I called you out, that you probably did shit yourself drunk. And the way you manhandled that woman on air in front of people, tapping on her butt and doing all that shit, that was bullshit. I believe this person that came forward. Okay, it's just where it is, and you don't like it. And all you got is I've been behind iron rods looking like you're just jerking yourself. Whatever. That's about as much as that means, mister. That's about all it means. Why? You're gonna throw in a few side things. I'm fat, a Karen, Walmart, and all that stuff over the way you mishandle and mistreat women.
What are you gonna do? And I'm not being an ass.
This person.
What I'm saying is Heidi is a legal, resident, permanent resident, mind you. Not
in the worst case scenario, I go back to America.
Resident, a permanent resident with a legitimate ID card and everything. She already went through the screening process and everything else. I don't know, okay.
How'd you get her passport? How did she get this? It's none of your fucking business. I don't know
what you guys are thinking. She's a permanent resident, right? She's not even like you. She has her permanent residency.
Not on a tourist visa, like you admitted recently. Oh, I just go out of the country and come back in.
Right. And
okay.
you think they would pay attention to a tourist versus a permanent resident that went through the screening process already?
And the only one that matters is George.
Tourists don't go through screening processes, just so you guys know. And that's why you have these PDFs. And I'm not calling anybody that, but what I'm saying is that's why you have all these PDFs that enter the country, because some of them slip through the cracks. Some of them get filtered at the gate.
Yeah.
The point being is,
the only one that can mess with my residency would be George, my husband.
Yeah, because
just like what happened with the not the Campbells. What was the ones we were talking about that we got Armstrong
okay,
family?
Well,
there was a reason
what
that
she's
they
saying, what Heidi's saying is we're married, and that's how she got her permanent residency. So if, let's say, if we, if I divorce her or if she divorces me, whatever, then it makes the visa null and void. That's what Heidi's talking about.
You're making a little ringy ding.
Just to clarify what Heidi's talking about, that is the only one that matters to me. It's not that I'm the only one that matters. It's as long as we're married, she's good. Because she already went through the entire process.
Worst case scenario, I'll wait for you guys outside to come by and say hi. Whether it's a family member, you want to take a poke at me, you want to do whatever while I'm standing outside and you think you can take me out, then do it. I call you out. But what it is you old man ain't gonna do it. Secondly, I'll gladly go back to Mexico, or I'll gladly go back to the United States. You think that we're not going to just leave when it's time to leave? And you think you're the most toxic expat group that I've ever seen. When we were in Mexico and I was in Europe and the Middle East, none of this shit ever happened. In person and on YouTube, this is the worst community of people I've seen as far as how they attack each other and everything else. And you consider our stuff an attack? No, this is a rebuttal, bitch.
Whoa.
Okay, that's where this is.
No,
so the whole thing is you're 5 weeks fucking late to make threats, and you ain't the one that's going to come and do anything.
Now, to clarify,
talk your shit.
If Heidi does decide to go to the U.S., wherever she lives in, it would be flood free because she's a Trump supporter.
You're goddamn right. I get to go back home and meet my maker. Whatever.
Because Heidi's a Trump supporter, there will be no floods wherever she lands at.
Probably. So yeah, that's exactly it. I'm a Trump supporter. Right? Am I in, what state am I in? Is it purple?
What?
What's red and blue? Purple?
I
think I'm in a purple state.
I honestly don't know.
I'm in a purple state.
Oh, you're talking about
Because red and blue, the
Republican
Democrat, right?
versus.
Yeah, it's purple
I
when you
got it
mix the
now.
colors. So,
I was like wondering where the
anyways,
purple came from.
so allegedly, on top of that, this person made a statement that I got traumatized because he was always drunk and always bitching and yelling at me every day at me and my son.
Okay,
and
this is allegedly from the other relationship, just so you guys know.
oh man, it says something about him not brushing his teeth, and that also he was peeing in the bed in Manila with the new girlfriend. So they're saying that the stuff that was
it's not
said,
exactly the young whippersnapper. I'm just saying.
bad drinker
That would make it
and
worse too.
smoker,
I mean, drinking and having a hard
12 beers at least a day. What is Yossi? He mentioned that in the last video.
Smokes.
That's just cigarette, in other words.
Yossi is a Filipino. I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, because he mentioned the word Yossi.
Yossi is not really a Filipino word. It's kind of like jowa. Jowa is the Filipino word for girlfriend, but it's not really Filipino word. Yossi is
either way, people
Filipino
are calling
slang
him
for
out.
cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there's the last one. And I actually don't get how he is landing the women.
Wait.
That's the first woman he met online
in better
19.
shape then, and he already has those issues.
He could barely get around.
No. I'm not picking on the guy, but this is when he was younger, and he already has those issues.
This is 2019. He's aged that bad and creeped up from 19. This is that woman in 19. That's 2019, what he looked like. He looks like a whole different person right now. Members, if you want it, let me know.
6 years.
So that's I'll send them to our moderators and stuff. But yeah. So yeah. But anyways, let's again got to get through this. Yeah.
When you were doing that live, that you don't know you know nothing about this, Heidi. Why are you making these comments? And then you right away started attacking mates. And I'd only made one comment. But I know how you are. I know what you are, type of thing. And I've never commented, made any comments until today about you.
5 weeks later.
So yeah, he put up, and Heidi, you say that you're, I think, 52 years old, and you
54.
admittedly have quite a few
Can't
health
get my
problems.
age right.
And I hate to see that. I don't like to see anybody be in ill health and a kind of thing. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I like you, don't like you, or whatever. I don't like to see anybody suffer, kind of thing. I wish that you would take care of yourself a little bit better, kind of thing. It's like you even criticize me when I says that I don't have any health issues. I'm 66 years old. I'll be 67 here in a couple of months. I don't have any health issues. I have no pains or this or that. Man, you were saying, wow, just because you haven't been to a doctor and
And by the way, you just did this video less than 2 days ago, and I said for almost 2 months, and on and off for the last few years, I have cut my food in half. I have cut back on sugar. Yeah, you see me eat a donut. Yeah, you see some fast food on air. It's not constant. And for the last 2 months, I did, and I am losing weight. And I'm 54 years old, so you couldn't even get my age right, dude.
Well, I mean,
he criticized that I lied about his age.
Well,
so,
we didn't lie. We honestly didn't.
Nothing intentional, yeah.
Now keep in mind the reason why I think this is important, and I'm not picking on this guy by any means, but it doesn't mean that you feel fine. I feel fine. I feel happy. Anyway, point being is, you guys get that line? It's from Monty Python. The guy was already like dead. He could barely move, and well, not dead, half dead. And they put him on a dead cart. Point being is, it doesn't mean that you think you're okay, that you are. And that's the problem. Most of the time and we've said this before in previous videos and lives, be careful, because sometimes you feel okay and you take that for granted and you just like, you're done.
Yeah, no, he was going on that he did, but he was promoting not going to the doctors and all that. And
Correct.
I do, and
a,
I'm on
a
medication.
lot of expats do tend to procure because they
And
don't
people
go to the
don't
doctor.
know all my life. And I've put out there what you guys should know. I have skin cancer. I have lupus. I have kidney issues. I have anemia. I have B12 deficiency. I got a lot of issues. Okay. And lupus is my biggest problem. Oh, you talking about him or just in general? He needs to stop drinking. He's probably allegedly passing out drunk from so many beers. And once you're over the age of 60, your bladder will just leak anyways. Women that have babies, that's why they're always leaking. That's a natural
women
given.
are different because
But no,
after
men
childbirth,
too. Sorry, men too. And if he's
it
drinking,
changes everything.
he probably is a pass out drunk. Somebody, or he said himself that he wakes up and puts stuff in his coffee and he just drinks all day. This other person's confirming that he's an alcoholic. And he confirms over and over again that it's his thing, that he drinks. And there was even comments from other people and people that live over there that knows that's what he does all day. So, I mean, I get it and everything, but I'm assuming that that's his problem, but I'm sure he's having issues because he drinks all the time. So it's just
again,
where it
there's
is.
nothing wrong with drinking. Again, if you're retired and you're not out.
See you later, John.
You're welcome to do what you want.
Yeah.
In fact, like I said, when Heidi says he puts stuff in his coffee, I remember, didn't I buy like 3 bottles of Bailey's Irish Cream?
Yeah, we used to put it in our coffees. Like I said, you know, this isn't about like my sisters drink, my dad, my grandfather. As a matter of fact, my grandfather, and I've said this before, died of alcohol poisoning before he was 70. And so my dad used to buy 3 cases of Stroh's on the weekend.
Classic.
I think it was called Stroh's, yeah.
Classic.
And he would get the Stroh's beer in Ohio, and it was his weekend, and he would drink literally, it seemed, breakfast to dinner for over the whole weekend. That's what I grew up. Okay, you know, be responsible and all that. Okay. But evidently this guy's on some sort of drunken rant, but how would we know when it begins and ends? It's just where it is. Randy can't get upset for saying his ex-woman's baby is a bastard. Facts are 58% of births in the Philippines are born out of wedlock. Yes. And just because we poke a little fun and I said, oh my God, did you take the baby to the church? Did the church burn up? If you're butthurt over that, your attorney will take your money and file a case. But you're going to be dragging everybody into it because legally this channel belongs to George.
A judge will look at it and like,
ask us to remove the video first.
Well,
that's where they're going to start. They're not going to go in and say,
they have to see if it's factual first. If it's factual,
correct.
They can't do anything about it.
Correct. They'll take your money. They'll drag you into court. Nobody's appearing in court. Your asses will have to go first.
The judge will say, what are we doing?
Nobody's correct. And so you can do it and you can run your money. I want to let you guys know this is on their side for content. Their stuff is they're trying to deflect by saying that we're not telling any facts at all, when in fact we only said what they said. And also on top of that, they waited 5 weeks. So you ain't got nothing. And usually we wouldn't waste our time with a channel like yours. And the reason we are is because you're little threats. You ain't threatening to come after nobody. You ain't sending nobody. And if you do, I don't care. As long as you stay away from me and mines, you can talk to whoever the hell you want, family members, exes, run my background or whatever. You guys don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. In worst case scenario, I'm going back and living in a Trump state. And what? And what? Nothing. But I know one thing you won't do is meet up with me because I'm calling you out. I just want to say that over and over again. You talk a big talk for a drunk old man. And if I was your women, I would split up out of there. The only reason you have the current one is the way you control her and pay for things.
All right, for SNG.
Stop sending the money to her family, okay, and buying anything for her and see if she sticks around, okay?
Well, yeah, that's a good challenge.
Don't send the money to her family, and I want to see that. It is not based on your good looks and not brushing your teeth like the others have said and all this other shit. You couldn't land and live a life in the U.S., so you came over here to control some Filipinas. That's all this is. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Guys, now I'm making fun of everything right now.
And he's been making fun, but you seem to be picking on me only.
Guys, in the chat, who do you think would win in the cage fight? I'm just saying. Who's going to win in this cage fight?
There it is. And what makes it? Because she's big. You know, I wasn't big my entire life, right? And so what if the hell I am? George is getting a lot of good loving, and I think a lot of these American expats
Oh my
talking
gosh.
shit
Okay. Now
are jealous that I'm with a Filipino.
Now-
Talk about that. And the Filipinos are jealous that I'm
Now-
with a Filipino.
now Heidi again.
That's
Okay.
fact.
Okay, Heidi, I love Heidi. I really do.
You work my goddamn nerve. Now stop grinding up on me. Now you stop.
I do this in public all the time.
Get off and.
All right.
Good
Anyway,
boy.
no.
Like I could have done without seeing that. Look
In
at me.
all seriousness,
We had to put this
Heidi
wig on you.
made this.
I wonder what you would
She's
look
like,
like.
taste this, taste this. I'm like, I don't feel like it. I'm full. She made these. You know what this is?
Oh,
Heidi,
for
what
those
is
that
this?
didn't see it, yeah, that's like a Reese cup. It is made with dark chocolate. That I made the chocolate from
Sugar
cocoa powder.
free. Oh my god, it literally tastes exactly like a Reese's cup.
Right, and it's natural peanut butter that has
Oh
no
my
oil or
God.
nothing, and it's got oats in it. So sometimes I cut a small piece for my energy
I
in the
kid you
morning.
not. It tastes exactly like a Reese's cup.
You guys don't think for 1 minute when this bitch talks about my size and all this stuff that I didn't try my entire life? Come from a big family. Oh, thank you, Chosen One. Chosen One says I want to see more of that. You want to see it? Chosen One wants her. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to give you my wig. There's my real hair. Hold on. I know what we're dealing with. It doesn't matter. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, no, then it's wrong. It's like this.
Ah, look at my hair. You know what's wrong with the Brit expat? It's because he doesn't have any hair. And I don't cut. Oh, you ain't got no circle ready? It's a hard knock. It's a hard knocks life for us. It's a for us. Give me back my wig, dude.
All right. So anyway.
So there you guys
Okay,
go.
now-
So there's you some content, Brit.
Right. Now here's the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Man.
First off, I did.
I know he loves me. Talk about.
I do have
know
Heidi's
he
presence hidden
loves
somewhere.
me. I know he loves me.
But okay, behave.
John
Okay. I'm gonna give you one of your
loves me.
presents. Okay.
Really,
One of the reasons why. Well, okay.
baby.
The reason why I showed you the Reese's cup, which is gone now, because again,
Oh,
it's really
no.
that good. I only
You're
kept it
messing
just to
my
show you
wig
guys up.
up.
No, you pulled it up. Now, I'll tell you several reasons why I'm with Heidi. One,
Thank you.
she's a great cook. She can cook.
Yeah, there's
I
your
mean,
answer.
she makes a lot of stuff, and it's like mind blowing, you know. And she loves me. I mean, what I'm saying is, I know Heidi will die
Thank
for
you.
me.
That is true. I said, come
And
fucking mess with mine.
For those of you,
I get you
who
standing
don't-
up for your
yeah,
woman, but then just come and be about it.
Yeah, and
Play the YouTube game,
Right.
sit down and shut the hell up and respond
Right.
and just go on.
And-
But you want to come over? Come knock on my
Right.
door.
and a lot of you aren't aware again. And guys, again, I'm not trying to glaze myself. I'm just letting you know again. I was a martial arts instructor. I have 2 black belts, and I was
Yeah, so
invited
it
for MMA, not
And George ain't controlled it
okay.
any
And
man.
I'm not talking about the pro series either. I'm just saying regular MMA. So some of you like twist stuff that I say. And guess what? There's a ton of guys that do the same thing like I do. I'm nothing special, but what I'm saying is I'm not a
Hey,
wuss,
Bruce,
as a lot of
what's
people
going on?
say. But here's the thing.
Hey, Bruce is in the house.
Yeah,
Hi, Bruce.
here's the thing
Hi,
about Heidi.
Victoria.
If somebody breaks through that door,
Love you,
Okay.
Victoria.
if someone breaks through that door, I hate to say this, but Heidi will probably jump on them and attack them before I even get out of bed. Fact. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even making things
I
up.
live on pure grit. I'm gonna let you know
No,
that
no,
right
Heidi-
now.
What I'm saying is, I know for a fact, in a real fight, whether it's
You know
a real
them
physical
down
fight,
home New
Heidi-
York Italian
Heidi
women.
got
This
my
is
back.
what you got, and that's 50%
Right,
of why
that's
he
what I get.
married me. I've always
Now-
stood up for him. I've always cooked, cleaned his knob, cleaned his house, helped him with his business, and did my
right?
shit.
And
I held my man down and still
and this
hold him
is
down.
something that I bought Heidi a month ago,
Uh-oh.
and all I did was hide it from Heidi because I'm trying to save it for her birthday. This is her birthday gift that I've been hiding a while.
Cash.
Here it is. Now the
JG
cats,
Wentworth.
the cats destroyed the
8776
the
now.
cats destroyed the bag, but anyway,
8676 now. What?
There you
I
go.
need money now. Uh-oh. What you got in? I mean, we still haven't finished ranting. The cat sat on this.
Behave. Behave.
The cat sat.
I'm just saying behave.
Oh, is it?
It's real. Again, I bought this for her way in advance, and I've just been hiding it from her.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh my.
Don't tell me you're not happy about it.
Oh, I'm extremely happy.
No.
This just adds
Again,
to my
remember,
collection.
this is her birthday. This is for her birthday, and I've had this a while, and I'm just hiding it from her.
He did, yes.
Because it's for her birthday.
Okay, so we're preppers and everything, so I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
Here, how does that open up?
No, pull it up.
No, I guess it opens.
No, pull it up. Pull it. Pull. No, pull.
Oh.
Pull. Yeah, like that. There you go.
Oh.
Careful.
Yeah. So it's an actual hammer and axe for cutting wood and clearing brush across the street. I just want to let you know that this is one of many things.
Well, my point is, this is how I identify Heidi. Is she's rough and tough, and I don't know if she's got my back. And the fact that I got this for her a while back, just specifically for her birthday.
No, because we've been talking about getting it.
And I'm going to be honest with you,
up and coming.
or rather, Heidi should be honest with you if she likes it or not.
No, I really like it because I've been talking about that because we already have an oversized bolo in the house, or the long one, and then we have an oversized meat cleaver, and then we have a stun gun and other things that are actually in the house. And it's like about 2 years ago, somebody was like, they were going to come over, and I said, go ahead. It doesn't matter to me because I'm going to defend my house, and this is still.
We're not even going to make it to the pew. I'm going to say
still
right now.
a defend your state situation. So
point being is,
now that's funny, yeah, because I've been wanting one. Yep.
And I know she's wanted one.
Wow, what a bad timing for you guys. I mean, sorry, I hate to put it like that, but unfortunately,
it's got a hammer. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it's freaking awesome.
I'm going to be hanging pictures of Jesus all over the place. Do you know what the difference between a picture of Randy and oh, never mind. I won't even go there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many nails I'll use to hang this picture up.
Whoa,
That's what.
whoa.
Well,
oh yeah, you might want to do this. You don't want the kids to get hurt, as in cats.
Yeah, go ahead and put that in there.
Yeah.
No, we've been talking about that. That is the truth. We've been talking about the prepping and different things for, you know, like if there's a natural disaster, we'll be cutting through stuff and different things. No, it does. It really does.
It's got a hammer on it. It does.
Anyways,
it's
so
awesome.
the whole point is this house is always protected, and you know, I live a good day every day. I live a good life. You guys may think our lives are miserable, or because we talk about other channels because they're always doing stuff as expats. Currently, not 20 years ago, not 10 years ago, not other things. We're talking in the last 5 years. Okay. And because we cover stuff and talk about stuff, it's still a YouTube channel. It is what it is, right? So evidently, this whole thing going on with these last 2 channels that we've been talking about today, especially Randy, right now, he's just a mad old drunk old man. And I wasn't going to sit down. And George, both of us are like, we're not going to watch it. So it's kind of like, whatever. And then we got more messages. No, it really sounds like he's going to send somebody for you. And I was like, I wish he would. You know, let me give him the address. Let me give it to him right now. And it's kind of like where it was. And then it's like, it's just beef. He just wants beef for content. And he can have his content. He can do whatever. And it's ever what. But let's get, sorry.
What said, Ella, you are going to, it's like, well, why would I go to a doctor if I feel, what, go to a doctor and have them plant shit in your head about what's potentially wrong with you? It's like, what, you catch something early? Yeah, actually the stress of knowing that there's maybe something going on for it is more harmful than not knowing. As long as you're not in pain from it or this or that, am I gonna eventually, do I have anything going on in my body? I don't know. I'm sure I do to some degree because we're all going to pass away and nobody gets off alive. But you know, it's like, is my lifestyle like really killing me or anything? I don't think so, because I'm 15 years older than you, and I don't have any issues, and you're talking about you have all kinds of health issues. I can only, you know.
I mean, like his case of beer a day and his couple packs of cigarettes a day, like that's any better than when I had sugary drinks all day or had a cupcake or a donut and some pizza. Okay, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Okay, I don't do drugs, contrary that weren't legal back in the day from all my surgeries. You want to know something? Ask me. Okay, so that's the whole point of that shit. Yes, that stuff could be a problem. You drinking that much and smoking and then talking about what types of butter that you're picking out as content isn't exactly rolling over. So
Move away from the sugar, because sugar is the biggest thing that will kill you and make you not feel good. Maybe
there it is. Sugar is the biggest thing, George, over
No.
alcohol.
Did you see this part?
Yeah.
And my son.
Yeah, he was allegedly mean to him too. So yes.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's his. I don't think it's his son. I think she already had a kid. But sugar's the killer, huh? So on top of that, me having my sugar and being a weight gain is a problem. You do realize beer has sugar in it, you idiot. What the hell is he talking about? Alcohol has sugar in it. He says that he doesn't do sugar.
No, it does.
It does, sir. Yes, it
It
does.
does. That's the first thing that went
And
through
you
my head.
smoking. Do you know that I would rather be a 4+ size than sit there and talk about all your damn smoking? How many people come up with, oh, you're so unhealthy in the Philippines and pick on size when they're drinkers
Well,
and
technically,
they
if you
eat
smoke,
twice
you
as
lose weight.
much? I just gain it. I'm on multiple doses of steroids. I do have an issue with my size. Okay, I have medical conditions that contribute to some of it. Do I like sweets? Yes. But I eat probably a quarter of what George does. I don't even have that capability. I'm eating the wrong stuff.
Shit.
But you drinking your alcohol is sugar, you ning
Oh,
and poop.
shoot. Chosen One says, okay, again, this is not from us, but Chosen One says, I have to go back and see who this Randy is. He's small potatoes. Let's go after somebody bigger.
And I get it, because the first thing people will say is, well, Heidi, you went after,
But-
you know,
but
this
the
person.
point
Mark
is-
Thornton's numbers
is
weren't really.
He's like
What are you-
attacking us about and telling us we don't know about anything about YouTube, and yet he's smaller. It's just so
With no
weird.
manager. I mean, we've been
With
in
no
Google
manager.
headquarters.
That's
We've
not
been
certified.
in Google
We
headquarters.
have a manager. We are certified, sir.
Oh, here's the other thing. What do you think about Every Man Has a Story, his numbers? Remember, he lost his channel and rebuilt it, and he built it up that quick at whatever, 60, 70,000. His numbers didn't match either, George. He was still 50%
I'm not saying
up and over.
anything beyond that. Yes.
Okay, so my point is that it doesn't matter. Like, George didn't really want to cover this, and he did not hear this video yet, right? And I'm like, it doesn't matter how small their channel is. We talked about a guy that had 400. When we talked about that guy that came in, the one that said he was on food stamps and all that crap. If you guys are talking shit, we're going to cover you big or small.
What I'm saying is, he says that we don't know what we're doing on YouTube, and we don't know shit about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he's not certified. He doesn't have a manager. He has smaller statistically numbers than we do.
And he is a boring ass channel.
Well,
you flat out, whether it was her doing her karaoke,
that's a
whether
matter
it
of
was her with
opinion,
the
but-
baby on there, whether it was him talking about how he made meat, and then you want to talk about my shit?
You have to remember that he caters to guys like him. Yes.
Simps. Yeah.
And
a narcissistic way, like that other narcissistic British channel.
maybe increase your cholesterol level by a tremendous amount. Increase your salt intake by a tremendous amount, because your kidneys cannot do their work without salt, and that's why the medical community recommends that you have this low level of salt. Well, of course, because that's going to make you sick, and you're going to have trouble with your body removing liquids out of your body. And what kind of problems does that cause? Like high blood pressure, and I'm sure at your level of weight, type of thing. I'm sure you're kind of struggling with at least type 2 diabetes.
Wrong.
And
Wrong.
I don't
I
know.
have diabetes.
And my blood pressure is at 120. Now, was it at 140 before I slowed down on the sugar? Sure it was. We were eating fried chicken, so it had a lot of salt, but I don't have diabetes.
Who has a higher sugar level?
You sound like them dumbass doctors that I called out. He said the same thing. When I was at my highest weight 20 years ago, I said, he says, it's obvious you have diabetes. I said, it's obviously you're bald and you have problem with women. And then I walked out of his office. I said, what the hell are you talking about?
Remind me, who has a higher blood sugar level? Me or you?
You do.
No, really, no.
No, I had low blood sugar.
No,
so ever since
I
I've
have a higher
had the
probability
bypass
of having diabetes. Yes.
Yes, your dad has it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's I mean, so there you are making assumptions like you call us, and then you're going to tell me that your kidneys are fine and you don't do sugar, beer boy. What the hell are you talking about, beer boy?
No, this is fact. And when he just did say this, that's the first thing that went to my head.
Your content is like boring. It's you're just into dramatics of other people's channels and what they're talking about, or drama, not dramatics, drama, and on, and all you do is tear people apart. But because I've seen.
And your channel isn't drama, son. Your channel is not drama. You told the whole goddamn world you guys weren't married. It's not your baby. And you both cried on air. And you've been putting her up as this greatest Filipina and using simping and dramatics of all your giving shit away. And you constantly use it as a charity channel for dramatics. And you're not pulling dramatics? What the hell, once again? And your channel is boring, George. Boring.
Cool.
Cool beans.
I've looked at your content that you have, or you're not, criticizing, other YouTubers or whatever, or other people, and you have like virtually zero views on those videos. Maybe like
300. Okay. Facts. When we did YouTube in the beginning, we were doing a lot of expat help videos, and some of them do have good numbers. Just because people love fucking drama, dude, don't blame this on us and that people don't want the real goddamn facts. They don't want the real truth. They didn't want the shit about coming to the Philippines, did they? Those numbers were actually there. And then less than the time you started your rat channel, shit and views dropped unless you're putting your half-naked woman up on air. What are you talking about? If you use a simping channel and someone's karaokeing all day and swinging their body in front of a camera like other channels, they're going to get some numbers. What you didn't actually pay for or whatever the hell is going on. Does some of our shit have low numbers? Yes. And you think that's mattering? You swung from me having diabetes and being overweight and my salt intake onto you're boring. And you are a bipolar beer drinking bear. What you talking about, dude?
300, 500, 700. You've had a couple where there's been
See, you're
more
lying.
than that. But why don't you create some content where where you talk about your struggle that you're having with your health? Because I saw where you said that you had lost X number of pounds and so forth, which is good. I like I say, I don't like to see anybody suffer, and there's a lot of people that suffer with health issues like you do, and so maybe you can do some content where people can experience and maybe learn a little something from your experience on dealing with your health issues. That's just my my thoughts. You can do what you want with it.
You're right.
Second
Not
thing.
your channel.
But like I says, don't you ever disparage a minor child or the mother.
The child is a bastard. He was born to a woman that cheated on you, or you made the arrangements. You've used her as simp content. She has simped herself out. The child is going to have issues, and the whole damn town knows about you. And there's nothing you're going to do.
That's another thing.
There's a lot going on with this baby. Disparage.
Well,
I'm trying to think of something to actually add to it.
That's the thing.
But it is a baby.
I'm trying to explain things that a lot of people don't understand. And you have to remember that the best way to explain the Philippines that we live in the early 80s.
And it's still a sin.
The reason why I brought this up is because a lot of Filipinos are conservative, especially if you have a child born out of wedlock. And also, they may not say anything in front of your face. I'm talking about the town.
There are people in that area contacting us, by the way.
They do talk about you. And I'm not being mean. It's not a threat. I'm just telling you Philippine culture. It's Philippine culture. It's kind of like, when it was my birthday, I even said in Filipino culture, if it's my birthday, I'm the one who's supposed to buy you stuff and treat you. It's kind of backwards. The same thing in this case. the best way to describe it is when you're in the Philippines, you're like in the early 80s.
Don't
That
care,
people
Dennis.
are going to be nice in your face, but will talk behind your back.
It doesn't matter if he makes videos or not. We weren't going to cover him again until he made threats. I did it, and George agreed to do it just based on him saying you better not say anything. And he made it like we said a bunch of things. I said that the baby is living in sin and born a bastard because of what his parents did. They took it to the next level because they were butthurt because we did say stuff about him. And that's what I said, and I'm sticking to it. And I am calling you out, old
Well,
dude.
and you have to remember a lot of the times that most of this argument per se is not actually ramped up by us. And what I mean, or what I'm saying is,
I'm
there's
not afraid to say who it is. Look for other
well, it's not
previous
that,
videos.
but what I'm saying is, you have to remember that there's a lot of commenters, aka trolls,
Oh,
that
but
will say, "Oh, he said this, he said that," or "She said this, she said that," which never actually said.
Bruce or anybody else, we're not hiding it. Their is at the end of the video. They can click on it. I'm not hiding. I'm letting them know. So it's there. It's at the end. Click at the end of the title.
And what I'm saying is, like, there were stuff that he says that we said that we never said, if that makes any
Well,
sense.
it's evident that
And
we've
what
been
I'm saying is, it's
combating
very
it.
possible that there are certain commenters, aka trolls,
Oh yeah, adding to it.
that add on to the fire.
Nobody
that's what I'm getting at.
disparaged even Mark Thornton's baby, except for he was
No,
born
nobody-
under a bad sign, literally. The same with this baby. I said you guys ought to be ashamed of yourself, including Rose, for doing this and deceiving the people. It is a scam and it is deceiving people. You're married. You guys aren't married. She's married to an 84-year-old guy. I'm surprised
if you're a certain age, be aware that there's a chance that it's going to be
still
bad.
alive.
It's going to be bad for your child, because there's chance that they're going to have health issues along the line. Fact. We're not talking about opinion here. We're talking about facts here. Statistically speaking, there's a good chance that at that age you're going to have a child.
It's definitely genetics. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's a big woman. My grandmother, everybody was over a size 1 or 2X after kids. And I was small. And I was small when I actually met George. I wasn't exactly super, super overweight, but I had lost a bunch of weight. I was in the gym at least 5 days a week. And George knew that. And soon as we took off and the pandemic happened, I just stopped moving. It's just where it actually was. And then after that, I was like, screw it, I'm going to eat whatever. We're in full retirement. And we just started eating a lot and eating out. So some people drink, they smoke or whatever. I'm now trying to reverse that. And for the last 2 months, George is like, I don't even know how you don't eat this stuff or how you pass it up. I haven't ordered any fast food, no pizza. It's, anything has been flat out healthy from the last 2 months. And yes, it's definitely genetics. All the women in our family are, and it's not helping, and I'm aware of it. But yeah, it's just where it is. All right, here we are. We're rolling into almost 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh, all I can say is I hope you listen. I hope George can talk a little bit of sense into you. I don't normally bother, screwing around with people like you because you're local information. You know nothing on how shit works in the world. You have no correct facts about anybody. It's all just speculation. Speculation and whatever is it. It's all just lies. It's made up bullshit.
What they said.
And that only gets you so far. Like I say, a tap away to an adult, but not the mother of a child, especially infant breast, because they're breastfeeding and stuff, and stress creates problems because it puts hormones and shit in the milk.
So now he's a professional breastfeeding instructor. That I'm causing stress on a mother of an infant, and that'll be turned into the government too. Bullshit. 5 weeks ago. So you're telling me she sat around and thought about, we repeated exactly that and said they're Peachback Mountain, Snakeback Mountain, and gave our opinion, and everybody else did, and we caused them stress, huh? And it affected her breastfeeding. The same woman that's been karaokeing and cleaning house and living a la-la life ever since. Hopping and skipping around and doing her gardening, that one that's in distress. Go sit down somewhere. What do you think? Think about it. She's been showing herself on YouTube gardening
unlikely
and karaoke.
because, okay, in order to cause somebody stress, you have to be always constantly on it. The only time we mentioned these guys, I don't even remember when.
5 weeks ago.
Well, that's my point. I don't remember when.
I thought it was even further back. I actually said it was
The
closer
fact
to 2 months.
That this is an excuse and keyword excuse that they're using tells me that this is all an exaggeration.
The same with the Brit. I keep bringing the Brit
That's like
in
saying,
because he's been using
I
him
can't keep
too.
my dick up because I keep thinking of Randy. It's similar.
No,
because
they're blaming me.
That
That's
means
no doubt.
that in order for her to get stress is because she's the one who's focused on that instance, if that makes any sense.
The one where they put their own life out there. I'm
not picking at her again, but what I'm saying is we're not trolls. We're not a troll channel. We haven't mentioned these people other than that one time.
We covered them, right, for the purpose of the stuff they were pulling. For a purpose.
One live. The end.
Yep.
Done.
Actually, we did a follow-up. There are 2 videos.
Oh, well, 2, but guess what?
But the second one really wasn't even. But the whole thing is they're
it wasn't
causing
a real
their
follow-up.
own.
It was more just
That's
like an
just
update.
it. You got to look deeper into the whole situation. And when people start spewing out things from multiple channels that are crap, it just
that
goes
means
deeper.
Yeah, that means you are again, like I said, most of the time it's trolls are getting to you, and that's not us. Anybody in our chat will tell you we're not trolls because we don't do any of that stuff. We don't dig. We don't go on your channel and spam you.
Family and other people have been sending us stuff about you in the last 48 hours. I get that I'm loud and overbearing, but you can't poke this fucking bear either, mother. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? You and the others. It's just like, anyways, it just doesn't make any sense. Now he's brought his new woman in that he's paying the family $4,000 a month. He says he's sending money to the mother and sister and whoever's out in the province. Okay, and he said she wasn't going to be on YouTube. Now he's bringing her in on YouTube, and now he's going to start putting her on there. And he took the channel back. He said he wasn't. So you're bipolar on that bullshit, and you're coming back and you're starting a channel with your new woman saying everything is fine, just fine. And I'm like, I believe that about as much as I believe I probably never have a piece of candy again. What you talking about, Willis? And so he's brought this new woman back in on the channel, and he's brought his own shit back in. And all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I think I'll mention the shit that's going on.
Now, this is somewhat important to mention, and this is off topic, but on topic at all at the same time. Now, keep in mind, I can't put up the actual comment only because of the words that are said. David Bryant, this is what you said. David Bryant says, my ex-Filipino wife, had the nerve to say that I graped her. If you guys figured out what that word means. And I graped her every day for our 24-year marriage, and I said she was a bar girl in Longapo. She went berserk in front of her boyfriends. Now, the reason why I brought this up is, point being, is Philippine law is not what you think. They're not just going to go after you because somebody said something. They're going to look at facts.
Yeah, and you just can't, these American Western expats, which that's what these last 2 channels, they seem to think they can apply law as they see fit. Like, oh, this is what's going to happen because the law exists. It's like the law in the U.S. You realize there's 50 other loopholes. And it's like, okay, it's YouTube. And then they're going to find that to be a joke. I didn't approach you guys in the mall and run up on you and do shit. And then that's...
Yeah, and then to make things worse or not worse, depending on how you look at it, there's not a lot of hotshot cops here, if that makes any sense. You know what a hotshot cop is? A hotshot cop is the one that literally, like, for instance, I got pulled over because one of my, it's not even my car, one of the license plate lights, there's 2 of them. One of them was burnt out, and he pulled me over, wrote me a ticket for it. Technically, could I have fought it? Yeah, but it wasn't worth my time.
We've done longer live streams.
My point is, those are hotshot cops. Here, there's less of those,
Yeah.
because they trust me. As a cop, you go through the ringer. You go through the ringer here, so they're not gonna believe anybody just like that, and that's not how it works.
This is not what it seems. They're blowing up over it, but it's the side stuff. And remember, I mentioned before I even listened to you guys that it's a two-way street. You're also messing with George's channel. He is the full owner, legally, tax-wise, and legal. Have your ducks in a row. You paying your taxes in the United States and you having the channel in your name over there and admitting you're a tourist working, you do realize George can go down to immigration here in Angel City and turn you in just as quick. Okay, and we can find your address because family members and other people have been talking to us. So pull the trigger. How far you want to take this? Okay, so all I'm saying is we won't even be looking back. We know you're watching this video. So that is a rebuttal back to you. How far do you want to go with this? Yeah. That's all we're saying is the rabbit hole goes deep, and all that for what? Because you're standing up for Rose, a woman you're still in love with? Because you feel that's what's going on? No, there's something else personally going on with you deeper and the woman that you're with. And so now you're taking it out on whatever, making threats. You're sending somebody, you're coming, better not, I'm legally going to take you down. You better have your ducks in a row.
Well, and you have to remember that
because when that ship is going down, I'm going to pull it all the way underwater.
Most of the sources you have are unreliable and they're trolls. So it's
you know,
probably, I'm just saying,
how far do you want to...
You have to remember that, you know, your source is only as good as the source itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just where it is. So I hope that's where you want to take it.
Right.
And so you stop doing that shit to the mothers of infants and to infants.
Nobody did nothing.
You know, I've already told you about this. So I'll wait and see what you do, and I'll be curious to see what kind of a response video you do this. But you've been warned. So, all right, guys. Well, take it easy. This is the only video I'm gonna do about the bashers. You know, because they're like I say, if they're on my channel, I could care less, because if they're really bad, I can just block them from the channel type thing. But what Heidi's doing over there, I mean, I can't control that. I can't block the comments that people are making, based on the false information that she's getting off, thing. And I'm.
Anybody who goes on that something is false and false and false over and over again and says he can't stop people from saying false stuff and that we're saying false stuff usually indicates there's some truth behind it. Truth.
Oh, Angelo.
The way he keeps going on about false and that everything we're saying is false. You put that out. We only repeated that. Where is us telling people, because we're off on your age by a couple years, that you said word for word what we said? Why don't you say your butt hurt and I said something about you being a snake in the mountain? That's what really hurts. What we put out there was content. Now you're just outright defamating yourself and threatening. Yeah. And so.
Now, Angelo, just real quick, Angelo says 24-hour live stream. Just so you guys know, for those who are new to the channel, we do normally do a 24-hour live stream, more around near Christmas time, but we do 24-hour live streams.
We've been known to do it. Usually you end up following. It's like we'll get 12 hours through and I'll take a nap or something. We've at least, I think the last one we pulled was 14 hours at Christmas time. But we have done extremely long live streams. Yeah. So notice how he said goodbye and now he's looping back into me again. Fascinating.
Go down to the level I could. I could do a really good video if I want to go into the name calling and insinuations and so forth about current George. Lord. But anyways, I digress. I won't go to that level because it's my brain doesn't think that simple. So anyways, guys, cheers. It was all of the comments about Brenda were good, kind of thing. They're running. She's a good woman, and life is working out great over here. Myself, and Rose, we're all getting on fine. Rose is just a great friend, right? And I'm a great friend of her. We're no longer romantic, as you know. And okay, but if Rose was ever in trouble and needed help, of course I'd help her out. And if I'm ever in trouble and need help, Rose would help me out. There's no animosity between us. So that's the way life is currently. And we'll talk to you in the next video. Like I said, I'm changing the dynamics of the channel here. Rose is going to fire up her other channel and switch it over, which I'll be and I hope you guys
All right, and again, just real quick, again, just to clarify, I'm just letting you guys know that we did not add the the stuttering or anything like that. That was all him. Has nothing to do with us. We didn't put those in there. I'm just letting you guys know because I know it does sound bad, but don't get me wrong. I do the same thing occasionally. So.
Yeah. Whole thing is they're obsessed, and you keep wondering why I'm bringing in the Brit expats because he's doing the same shit. They're fascinated and obsessed, and they're mad at other people. So he's mad at Rose for what she did on the cheating part of
No,
it.
no, that's.
He's turning things
I
around.
agree. I agree.
The British expat John,
he
people
doesn't
know him
want
because they come to
her
our
gone.
channel, and he's mad over MYK, and he's still talking. As of yesterday, he mentioned Mike again, and I'm like, why are you so hooked on a man that's been gone a year and a half, 2 years? And so you're just, it's just whatever. It's content. I get it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'm just saying that white knights do what knights do because they're white knights.
and yeah, Mike called
If
him
that
out
makes
for
any
that.
sense, it's he's doing it because he's hoping to get back into the castle again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gio was asking what's the longest we've done. I think we've done 18. I don't think we hit the 24 hours because the streaming software we didn't. But I want to say 14 to 18. Was it a 24 hour?
I'm sure
so we ran it
done,
for okay.
I'm sure we've done 24 hours, and then the last one was 14 hours.
Yeah, because at first, yeah. So for a while, yeah, we're due to it. Yeah, due to do one again. My hernia from the second COVID shot's too small to remove. I have to live with it. Yeah.
Huh?
I guess he probably needs surgery for that. Yeah, it was crazy long during the lockdown. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Yeah. And when we first got here, same thing with me being with lupus and an autoimmune issue. And I wasn't at the age where they told expats to stay in the house, but my autoimmune kept me in. And we ended up with COVID twice, once in Mexico and once here. And so at that point, we were doing the expat help videos. And I can't, it's because I got it off the thing.
Now Angelo says again, because I honestly have the same thoughts too. I guess.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts,
I'm
guys.
wondering if it's because of Coagra or Viagra or whatever. Angelo says his ding dong's still working at 84.
Well, her original husband was 84.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Well, even at probably because of Viagra, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
84,
right.
and you think age gap relationships don't matter? That's what Ruby says.
Randy's been married. As we're to understand, I think he self-admitted, yes. And he also admitted, like when that video was done, and by the way, they still have that video up. They still have their videos up of telling the world that, all about what's going on. The baby's not mine. She did this, and that. And we're still together, and I'm bringing my girlfriend in, and there'll be no more YouTube channel for me. And they went on crying and going into details. He went into saying he cheated on women in America. He's been going on about his own life. So not only is she a cheater, fact, he's a cheater, fact. And all the other stuff in between. And what is it that was allegedly given to us? Oh, let's see. I guess you missed when he said that he's not going to let me off the hook. Pure statement. That our channel, that we're podsters and we only make things up. And that all we did was, or I did, was cuss about his baby and call him names, which wasn't true. Same as others saying that's exactly what happened. Of course they're going to exaggerate. Do we go through, or if we find out there are things, then we change it as quick as possible. And as a group discussion, it's actually where it is. Again, where we draw the line on this is when people make threats that people disappear and turn to dust and better get their insurance together, and people they better not say this, or I'm going to give them a chance that you ain't telling me shit. You ain't my daddy.
The fact that you made a threat, if anything happens to Heidi, you do realize you're liable, right? And it's a public threat.
And we saved the video, so go ahead and remove it and go ahead and react to it. First off, Not going to watch it. I already know where I stand. I'll wait for you. If you can take 2 seconds to find our email, which is in the description, okay, or at the end of the video, then email me and ask me like a man for my address or to meet me at the coffee shop. I'd be more than glad to do that. Okay, that's where it is. We will sit down. We were willing to do that with 10 other vloggers. That doesn't mean anything mean. If you want to sit down and talk about it, then we'll talk about it. But all this in between of you're going to do this, this, and that, go ahead. Or don't do it. You light this end and I'll light my end and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and also be aware that, again, the legality is of threats, because that was a threat. Because the reason why is it a threat? You can argue with me like, well, I didn't mention it. You didn't, but you were talking about it. And actually, and you did, it was directed at Heidi. For example,
Indirect and direct several
even
times.
if you weren't even if you didn't directly threaten. For example, remember the axe? Again, I clearly stated that was a present. It was something that I bought a month ago,
And it's
I'm
for
just
our
saying,
prepping.
and it's for Heidi.
Yep. And it's
If
for
we
prepping.
were talking about you, and I just brought it out just to show you guys, and I was talking about you,
then that could be considered.
that
direct.
is a threat in the eyes of the law. Correct.
Well, either way.
But my point being is, you did threaten Heidi, and I don't know why guys, don't threaten anybody on freaking
And then
public.
this
is public ground. This is YouTube. This is forever. You threatened a woman and a disabled woman.
Well, I think it's weird that he would say you can't talk about a Filipino's woman, and then you've been talking about me. You throw, ooh, she's big, or
I am
ooh,
Filipino,
she's this, and why
that's
are you?
my woman.
George was born and raised
she's
here,
a legal resident, permanent resident.
and we know you ain't got your YouTube together. We already had our manager check. You got your taxes together, and you have all that set up legally through the Philippines with your tax license and all that. You've been living here.
No.
You think because you call yourself a tourist that you're allowed to work here and record at your house? You're not.
That's why they're making the nomad visa just for that.
So either way, light the fire. But you're a nobody, and I say that because you think because you got something to say or somebody called the baby a name. Nobody called that baby a name.
Who in the chat thinks this guy's badass because he threatened a disabled woman?
Doesn't matter if I'm loudmouth. All you people talking about feminism, non-feminism, and all that. What a real man,
thinks
a
this
drunk
guy's
old
a badass
man.
because he threatened a disabled
better not.
woman.
Or you better get your woman together, George. It's George's channel. It's legally in his name, and he does pay taxes on it. So you are trying to underhand say, oh, it's all Heidi, but yet George has said stuff. I don't hear you calling George out. During those 2 live streams, he joked along with it too. And you want to pin it down to me calling the baby a name because that's all you got. So go ahead. Basically, your butt hurt and you want to meet face to face is what it is. Or you want to send somebody to do your dirty work. Go ahead. Go ahead. All of it's recorded. People already recorded and send us the stuff. And we wouldn't have watched your trash anyways if it wasn't for telling people, don't be like these guys.
Okay, Twizzler says, instead of threats, why wouldn't he just strike your channel? For several reasons. 1, there are no grounds for a strike. 2, this is not Twitch. Okay. Now some of you are like, no, what are you talking about, Twitch? YouTube is probably the last bastion of right and wrong. Now, sometimes it goes overboard, as in protecting people.
I believe we only use photos, and we were allowed to use that to respond.
We did not make any threats. We did not make it. Bottom line, we're really good at we're really good at keeping within YouTube community guidelines. We do have a manager after all.
And then if they want us to take it down, then we will.
I keep repeating this because
there is a clause in there that says if you want your photos removed, and it's before the rules and law.
The reason why I said
then we'll remove it.
Keep saying that again. We have a manager and we're certified is because this guy says that we don't know what we're doing, but somehow we have both of these. But point being is, again, we do not deserve, nor can he have us a strike.
What a joke. Antics says, we've been graced by sick grandpa a long time ago. And I believe we blocked him because he felt he had the right with 5 or 6 other troll channels back then that we were supposed to let him on. And because we didn't let him on, they used to try to dig dirt. And that's when I came clean about my past, which is not much of a past, 20 fucking years ago. And so Sick Grandpa picks on about 5 or 6 channels. We don't care. It's kind of like until these people approach us or whatever, then we don't have a problem with people talking. You saying this, and that is not an issue, but we know who he is.
And we are growing. We are at 23,000. So
yeah. So
I mean, I get it. It's not the growth that a lot of you guys see, but you guys have to realize that most
unless
of these
you've been blessed by him,
numbers
I'm not
that you
worried
see by
about
other
him.
YouTubers are not real.
Because I don't think we've ever done anything in that direction. He seems to like Sunshine and Mike's retirement and black guy in the province. What's that one guy?
Which one?
Black man in the Philippines.
Filipino?
The one that was out in the province with the multiple Muslim wives, and he talked bad about the Filipino.
I don't know. He's
big man in the Philippines.
Yeah, big man.
Okay, I know lately because it comes up in our feed. So if somebody else watches a channel, it comes up. We're not subscribed. We've watched. We said we've watched. As a matter of fact, I think his channel is funny. So it's not a big deal.
Then
it's just
says Randy doesn't drink much.
No, I guess not. Oh, yeah, Gio says, I'm blessed. Yeah, he's talked about us, but I don't know. There's probably about a dozen channels that mention us. And in the beginning, I didn't know how to handle it. And it was like, I've never dealt with social media. And then Paul, that we talked to, gave the best advice. If you don't watch them, which we don't, somehow the British expat and these guys seem to think we're watching every single video. No, just for that purpose.
I didn't really realize this. Oh, because we took down the
yeah, here, 1 second. Yeah. I don't think I put one up.
Oh, you did? Okay,
yeah, I don't think I think this one's a fairly new one. But that until we got into it, he just said, yeah, if you don't watch them, you don't know, and you just don't respond. Because it doesn't really bother us. In the beginning, it's because you're used to getting praise from family members or talking, and when things start coming out, it's like, oh no, just like these guys, they're butthurt right now. They're fairly new to the game. We've been in at least 3 times longer, and we've learned things, and and there's even an understanding, but there is a limit. You know what I mean? I get their limit, but they came back 5 weeks late. That's where I'm at. And it's another thing when you make these type of threats, or I'm going to do this, and that. And I told George, I said, that's where I draw the line. Now, George, of course, was like, hey, it's up to you what you think. I'm like, yeah, you haven't even heard what he said. And then it's like, but either way, from here, we won't. We'll wait for him to arrive, send a photo, send a thing, or ask us to take the stuff down. Either way, it's a two-way street. So when you start, that's why, because in the YouTube world, you don't hit people's channels. So if you want to hit a channel, then it's open game. It's open season. So where do you want to be when Jesus comes back?
Hey, Chosen One's #1.
Hey, there's like a thing showing like where people are ahead, and who is Chosen One?
Chosen One says, pick on me because I'm an alcoholic.
That's no fun, no. You're cute. That's what's going on. No, I find it amusing too. The only time somebody's seen me break down is when that other John, non-British John, came on and he was yelling at his woman, and Mike was saying he was abusive, and there was this thing going back and forth. And then he turned on me and tried to mention my past, and it reminded me when I was physically abused by one of my husbands. And it did upset me, and it made me cry. So I was physically abused by a man. Great. You made a disabled old woman cry over her own abuse by a man that was abusing me. Okay. That's the only time. That was the only time you guys are going to get something. Besides that, yeah, I think everything's amusing. Always my weight, always that George is weak, always the same stuff, which is quite pleasant, by the way. I mean,
second one says, doubt he drinks a lot because his 300 fridges are empty.
Right? That's another thing. I don't know why, but I guess it's for his meat, but they're all empty. He has like 5 or 6 refrigerators out in that area. I take it it's for he's because of they raised the pigs, and I'm assuming it's because he's making bacon, but they were all empty. So it was kind of, yeah. So that's probably what it's for.
It's not the fridges that concerns me. It's the 3 cases of beer that are empty.
Right. It's a bit disappointing.
No, I'm
with
not making
the
that
small
up.
community of expats living in the Philippines.
In
They
his video,
couldn't get along.
If you see,
I don't,
3
Thailand
cases of beer
is a lot of that too. Like they were beating each other up in the streets situation. Like the YouTubers, when they seen each other, were literally physically attacking. It was a bunch of men on men. But this is a man talking about coming after me, or I better this, or I better that. And it's like, okay, I can see that, because according to your woman, that's exactly what you are. So go ahead and try it on me. Why don't you go ahead and try to say something
supposed to mean? Look, what does that mean?
What's America?
At George, immigration is listening. I don't get it. What does that mean?
That doesn't mean anything.
I highly doubt it. I'm gonna go over there anyway today, so whatever.
Right.
No, really, I am.
I mean,
I have some business to do.
I mean, they're going to listen to our channel about as much as the next situation. So no, I don't think so. And what difference would it make? There's not one thing I said today in any manner that would get me deported. And then you really think that's going to change our lives? We'll just go to another Asian country.
They're not.
Or we'll go back to America.
There's no grounds, really. There really isn't.
I just think it's hilarious. They think we're going somewhere. And then if we are, it's only going to be us traveling on the road again.
The trolls went down there, made their reports and everything a year ago. And
it's been longer than that.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And Heidi is a permanent resident. So, yeah, okay.
So, yeah. But there's been so many things. They're going to do this. They're having the channel closed. They're going to take my Social Security. They're contacting family. They're threatening family and all this. And it's like nothing ever happened. And in the beginning, it would make you think about that stuff. And then it was like after that, when nothing happened for a few years, it's like, oh, okay. But never once did it put me in a condition where I couldn't breastfeed. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he said that it was stressing her out. You hit the, yeah. It's just the way he said that. It's like, okay. Absolute MAGA. I don't know if you're talking about me or him. I know someone left a comment a few days ago when it happened, and he says, Randy, you're a good guy, and I know you're a Trump supporter like I am, and you've mentioned it or something. I'm like, they're sitting there discussing all the MAGA and Trump stuff, and who knows? Bruce, British John stopped watching him after all the American. You know, he did a video, and the reason I did is somebody sent it to me, and they said he was talking in cahoots with this guy and that other ex-British guy. So they're all in some sort of cahoots, right? He went on like he was talking to me direct situation, and then he turned around and he like, poor you, and you're narcissistic. And I'm like, wow. And he goes, you know, I enjoy Americans and I like Americans and all that, but I don't like this one. And it's like, oh, okay. I could say the same about you as a British person. What the hell are you talking about? Dated Brits, been with Brits, good people, salt of the earth. And you're just a crusty old, mean old dude. That's what you are. Mad at MYK because you was in love. You know, they said that you guys were together, right? You know, they said you and Mike were like that situation. I mean, you were madly in love over and over again. They said you were definitely in love with Mike. And he's like, how dare I even mention his name? No, go ahead, because he's been on your mind for 2 years that the channel's been gone. He hit your channel, you hit his channel. You guys went back and forth. He attacked you on air, and you've been out ever since for blood. And so go on and keep talking. You definitely promote our channel. Every time one of you say something, that's another view. Nobody's getting rich from it. So you're a gossip channel too. But he's been talking nasty about Americans for years, and it does turn people off. It's strictly Americans this and Americans that. And then all of a sudden, Americans are nice people as of yesterday because of me. So I'm glad I improved your channel, dude. I'm glad I made every American look good at this point. So it was kind of weird. So we definitely like picking on you because you're so freaking cute. Chosen one. He says you pick on him because he's an alcoholic.
Chosen says I only hate the old Expat.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter. It's, yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
No, because it's hard saying, but immigration, there's 101 problems. They don't even take care of their own stuff at most of the time. No, because they still, a lot of them still think they've got some upper hand on what's been going on with my immigration and Social Security. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. None of it.
Well, it doesn't change. Like I said, it's just so weird.
Is that a new account that somebody created? Remember, people like to cast
No,
other
she's-
names.
She's, oh, I don't know. You have to look at it.
Yeah, no, people have been known. I hope you guys know it's
Yeah,
not
you have to
unusual
look
for
at it,
someone to
yeah.
make a Victoria account or to make another,
Yeah, no.
and then they make the exact same color, and then a lot of channels think they're still talking to the same people. I'm assuming, but saying at
It's
George
funny.
immigration
her
is
name's
listening,
Luska.
or
I mean,
yeah, because that's
it
not.
sounds Russian.
Yeah, so, but it doesn't matter. I'm not backing down from one thing I say. I don't regret it. Our channel, it clearly has an inside the
Well, I mean,
description.
it doesn't change anything. We still haven't done anything wrong, regardless. So
Yeah, we stand by that.
That's why I
And
find it
these are just
weird.
butthurt people. That's all it is. And the channel is what it is. Some people do nothing but informative, nothing but, expat, where they're putting out news, which, by the way, putting out the news on these other new channels and talking about the drama in the news and this cockfighting shit and all this stuff is still bringing drama.
Oh, something else.
It's still bringing drama.
Jesus Christ, that's
News
so
are
old.
actually drama, people.
I don't even know why that's still a thing on.
Oh, they've been doing that, but covering that and Epstein. It's been the whole flood.
Okay,
the
now
feed is
Epstein,
flooded.
I get it because it's still ongoing, but this
Yeah.
thing, it's been done, and they're never gonna find who's at fault,
Yeah.
because whoever's at fault has power. Period.
I'm a Toys R Us kid. Huh?
Yeah.
Hi, Victor.
And again, the fact that one of them survived makes it very questionable after all these years. Well, 2 years, But point being is like, huh? No, it's a wild goose chase. It's a wild goose chase. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Well, initially, when we covered this story, we were just saying it's never going to work. You're talking about bringing your woman back. Like when this all broke out, the biggest part of it is the baby was born, and I'm going to take a guesstimate. I think the baby's 7 months old, 8 months old. And months before that, they knew that it wasn't his because something about applying for his visa or the baby's passport and all that. And supposedly they admitted based on this is why he found out. But then we're hearing that possibly this was all based on being done on purpose. Who knows? I mean, at this point, it's hard saying what's the truth or the not. But based on that, they admitted that they've known for a while. So that means pre the baby being born, she knew a while before that. And so they had been still telling people during the pregnancy they're married and the baby is his.
Heads up.
And literally. And so we're like, okay. So we thought the story was odd and we would cover it. But then he's bringing in his girlfriend. She's leasing him land. Okay. On supposedly he had stuff built there and he sunk a lot of money into it. And we're like, bad idea. So we were going to cover it based on that crap. You don't want. That's why we initially covered it.
Luca says, George, I meant immigration takes threats seriously. So she's saying that
Oh, gotcha.
he threatened you.
Oh, yeah, and he's on a tourist visa on top of that. Yeah, if him as a Filipina, see, you forget, George as a Filipino could go into immigration, which he is today, by the way, and we have turned people in.
I have immigration. I was gonna say issues. That's not. I have business to attend to.
Correct.
And I'm
And
actually literally going to immigration today.
And all he has to do is say, there's an American, here's his YouTube channel, because you evidently have it in your name. It says America, and you admit it on your videos. It's in your name. They can trace your channel, whether you give it up or not, or our manager or whoever, however it goes, and he can turn you in to immigration for threatening a permanent resident and a wife, okay, of a Filipino. You think it's not a two-way street?
Well, actually, our side carries more weight because you're the expat. Not talking about you. I'm talking about him. He's
bring
the
the dramatics.
expat. What I'm saying is, even people in the chat says, he's
I'll
an
tell you
expat.
what.
There's less. Bottom line, the immigration will listen to me more than they will listen to him. Right.
So I highly suggest that it depends on how far you want to go. And I'll leave it in saying this: drop it. Drop it where you're at, because you weren't going to get me to shut up on this, okay? And you're saying all that about her. You drop your videos and erase them, and then we'll erase ours. You stop what you're saying now, okay?
Erase ours.
Huh?
What? What are you talking about?
What I'm telling them is that the whole situation, if they want to drop things and they don't like what we said, they can ask nicely to remove things. And then they need to remove ours, because he talked in this last video. He can remove that video off the channel.
Huh? Why would we?
The whole point is, if they want to pipe all this down, then they need to pipe down. I'm just saying, if that's what they want. This is an open end for him to stop now. The whole point is this is us not threatening him. It's actually telling him, okay,
And you can't.
all right,
make a
they were
deal
unmuted.
that
Okay,
you're gonna-
that's fine. Okay, so basically, okay, whatever. So the point is I suggest you pipe down. That's what I'm telling you. Make a deal on air, whatever. If he has such a problem, is what I'm saying. Don't make threats. That's all I'm saying. That was my bottom line. That's all I've got. So I would suggest that it would just go somewhere else. So. After 11 years in the army, medically retired me, and he made a video attacking our pension system. Yeah, I bet he did.
Oh, he did.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying I bet he did. So, yes, most definitely. Thank you for your service, 100%. Off the Beaten Path is a military couple that came here, great channel. And they were saying that they went up to the VA in Manila, and there was all kinds of hard times, like their names being in the system. They went back, and I have to watch the rest of the
What do you
video.
mean their names in the system?
There was a bunch of things that they said was a problem. They're currently visiting another country. I have to watch. I didn't get to watch the other half of the video, but basically they had to make several trips to the VA in Manila just to get some stuff straight. And like, I guess they found one of them, but not the other. Like they weren't even existing. And I have to go through it, but it's a great channel, and they did talk about, some of the complications of using the VA in Manila. Some people had great success, and then, they're, both a retired military couple. They're a really young couple, but they did it right. Like they've got a few kids, and I think they retired before 50, and they're really doing well, and they're traveling Asia. But they're saying that, they were having Hey, Curtis. Funny how all the Brits live trashing the U.S., while ignoring the problems in their own Muslim country.
Well, Tommy Boy says he won't drop it. He has a new girlfriend to impress. Now, the problem with this is, again, I'm not...
Oh, I don't care if he talks anymore. He just needs to, if he goes and starts stuff.
Well, the problem, again, is what he doesn't realize. Whether or not the girl says something. This is fact, and women in chat will agree with me. It doesn't mean that a woman doesn't say anything. Doesn't mean it's okay. What I'm saying is, if he's there white knighting his ex, that is a serious offense to the current girlfriend. Period.
And that's what he's doing in front of her now.
Big
is
offense.
defending her.
Every
He'll say it's
woman
the
in the chat
baby,
will
but
agree
all
with
he's
me.
talked about is Rose in his last two
Right.
videos.
It's like they may not say anything because they were like, but in their head, like, what the?
And that's, I'm pretty sure I'm not taking this the wrong way, Lou. You said you have to report the YouTube channel, question mark, and to immigration. No, we're not saying report the YouTube channel. We're talking about him as what he has said on the channel. What I'm
It is a threat,
saying
yes.
is that's how they're going to find his address and all these other different things. Well, yeah, we would tell them about the YouTube channel itself, and that's where they would see him talking about this. Like, because even if he's like in the beginning not addressing me, he is, but then he's addressing other viewers that they'll disappear into dust based on Filipinos. So now he's degrading Filipinos that are going to go out and just off people. I mean, he's saying all kinds of stuff.
Dang you, Angelo. Big
So-
brr.
Ah, nah. He went there, the big
Big
bird.
brr.
Well, we haven't. Yeah, that's him. You know what? I don't know whatever happened to him. That guy was crazy,
Oh my
man.
gosh, big brr. Oh my god.
No, he definitely has the new girlfriend too. And that's all I'm saying is that I would just leave it. But I was just saying that if she is that upset, then I don't mind. But you need to talk to us. It's not going to just happen overnight. And it's your channel to make that decision on what's to be removed. I'm just saying, if that's her problem, like our previous YouTube channel clash, then she can contact me. But I didn't hear this shit from Rose. Did you hear that shit from Rose? I heard it from him saying there was a problem.
No.
That's another problem. That's coming from
like
another
I said,
expat.
It's coming from.
And I get it. That's what I was talking to him about earlier, is that if they want to go the other direction, we don't care if he runs his mouth and says I'm still a this and that and this. No, I'm talking about you want to proceed and keep talking threats, then that's something totally different. So, and then it would just, light that match. It's just where it is.
Well, and like I said, it's common sense that even it doesn't take a genius that you don't whiten at your ex. Period. That's just something you don't do.
Yeah, we were
You
only
can if you're
told
single.
recent.
You can if you're single.
It was 2 months ago. Somebody said, "Did you hear about the couple out in the mountain where they're bringing in his girlfriend afterwards, and he paid for a bunch of the land, and that the baby's not his, and they've been building stuff for a school and taking in money?" And it was a multiple story, Geo. It was something else. And it turns out for almost a year they had lied to people, and they've been telling people for 5 years they're married, and here she is married to an 84. So legally, isn't there a problem with the way that he carried on with her, and she's still or was a married person out there living and having sex with another man out in the mountain
Well, yes.
as a married woman?
Yes and no. It depends on.
If the husband prosecutes or
Correct.
whatever, and
It's
he is
more-
American. I
Correct.
didn't know he was another American.
Yeah, if he's American, then in all probability he's not going to get in trouble.
Well,
She's not gonna get in
either
trouble.
way, it's just, you guys just should have like piped down. Why did you come back 5 weeks later? That's my deal. And then you want to come out at a woman that will end all end.
Second one says,
If I got to crawl to immigration, I will. You ain't, and then I'll leave. You think me going back to a purple state or Mexico or another Asian country is going to do me in?
you and your Ube.
And my Ube states, it's I'll face that then rather than your threats, because you ain't, that's just it. George said, "Oh shit." And I'm like, yeah. I walked up and down. I said, "Is he kidding me right now?" Like, I paced the floor, said, "Is he really saying that about me?" That's where you lit me.
Second one says,
I'd go back and live in the street before I would deal with you saying, "Oh, you're gone." No, okay.
I'm dust in the wind, only dust in the wind.
Dust in the wind. Talk about my Philippine and your dust in the wind. Where's my opera?
Yeah. Izzy and Chris says
Right, dust in the
his
wind.
wife was knocked up by another man,
Mhm.
and he has a new woman living with his wife,
Yeah, it was a hell of a
which
story.
was a lie. He was never married. Really crazy stuff. No, okay.
So they're running
when-
a piggery on top of it.
When he
and-
says they were never married, he kept referring to her as his wife. That's
in
what
their
he's
full
talking about.
content, that's what we kept showing, like all their thumbnails. My wife is this, and my husband is this, and my, obedient this. So everything was about what a good little wife she was and how they were married as a wholesome couple running this thing. And his retirement was so great that he married a Philippine. He literally was defrauding and scamming people that were sending money to help them. We heard from several people that said they sent him money and they would have never sent it based on knowing that they were just shacked up and that she had cheated on him, because he's known about that for a while. Before she even went off to have the baby and everything, he said that, he didn't want to stress her and all this.
Regardless of
it was a hell of a story.
Of purpose, it is still deception. Yes.
It was full deception.
Regardless
and
of, whether you meant to be nice or nasty or anything like that, it is still a form of deception. Yes.
Said the baby was his, and then he said in the last video, he says, well, just because the baby wasn't mine didn't mean people wasn't going to send money. I would be thinking maybe some of them did.
Robert Goodson says Randy's the very definition of cuckold type of guy.
Well, yeah, right.
Gio says, geesh, I think I will pass on watching it.
Well, here's my deal. They've been together 5 years, and the man is 84. Is he 84 when she married him, or is he 90 now? And he's still alive. Where is the guy? I think we were given his name somewhere.
Oh.
But
he's gone. So what I'm saying, he's not there anymore. At least he doesn't.
So is he
live there
90
anymore.
Or is he currently 84? That's I'm wondering if he's up there in age.
I got you. Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, at least he's not there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who knows?
Oh.
Yeah. 30, 40-year age gap. Are we really expecting something else? These types of transactional relationships happen every day in the West and in the Philippines. I don't know so much about the West. I don't think that's happening. I know they are, but I think they're 10 times more likely here than, we know there are celebrities. You notice a lot of those large age gaps are rich guys that are celebrities, that this is happening, whether it's for fame or money and I get that it's happened. Not everybody can be Gio. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
This guy is no Brad Pitt. He's no Gio.
Shoot, Brad Pitt doesn't do that. I just said Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right? Yeah, he's got like an 18-year-old or 20-year-old. Well, so is Brad Pitt. His woman's like,
and I believe he was with her before that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but anyway.
All right, guys, that's all we got to say about this one. And the last one, George said I could have one last go with this other guy too. And we hope you enjoyed it, guys. And thank you for the content. Who you got?
She was sleeping.
Oh,
I woke her up by accident.
Oh, it's Cookie.
It's Cookie. Cookie says bye.
Yeah.
Cookie says bye.
Thank you guys for all the birthday love and everything. And we appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
We'll put up George's. If you guys enjoyed, was it this one?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, there it is. If you guys enjoyed our entertainment, and you want to support George's cat plans and cat food and cat oil, and we'll get George some flea oil. We appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, we're planning on to open a show pile factory. Just saying, starring Cookie, or starting with Cookie rather. Yeah.
Why can't we be friends?
Oh, you want a
Why
kid?
can't we? Oh no, you ain't bring me in another kid. No, you could just forget about that. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Love you all.
And all those that have, and good luck. And we hope everybody has a peaceful day. And let's see, next live stream will be Saturday, but we've just been doing Tuesdays and Thursdays and stuff. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be something more interesting. Why are you staring at me, Cookie? Hold on. Let's see. Where's Cookie? Look at her. You wanting something?
Oh, I didn't do that.
It does a little shiny thing at the bottom. It just has a reflection at the bottom of it.
I know.
But
it didn't do it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Aw, George thought somebody scanned. Look at that.
Grammy got a good one. Says bye. Angela says big brrr.
Right.
Raymond Walker says you guys are awesome. Great live stream. Ruby says stay safe, everyone. Is Ingrid? See you later, chat. See you later, Victor. See you later. Bruce
was in the house. Gio was in the house today. Big shout out to Ted, our moderator, and all the birthday love.
Chosen One.
Chosen One.
Number 2 is Robert.
These are top fans.
Oh, number 3 is
Scott
and Isa's World.
Ruby's
thank you
number
so much.
4.
Appreciate
Victoria's
you so much.
in the house. Well, I know Gio made a lot of comments. I think it's up to within the hour or something. I know Gio made a lot of comments. Surprised they didn't list Gio. All right, guys, we will see you later, and thank you guys for all the birthday support.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hold on. It's thank you so much, Marion Haber,
Bobby G. Thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much,
the
Scott and
updates.
Ida's World, Chosen One. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for funding my funeral / birthday fund.
And cat funds. And
And
you ain't
cat
bringing
funds.
no kittens in. Oh my
Right.
God.
What? What? We need a new kitten.
Where? Outside?
I can get you one.
Probably. Oh my God. No
How about
kittens.
a chicken?
No chickens either. There's chickens running